Okay, gonna do some Lamentations of the Flame Princess, running my Big Trouble in Little Ouchijuku adventure that I've been writing. This is the second time I've run it. The first time was in Shinobi and Samurai, which is a nice little system, if not a bit different. So I wanted to try something out in Lamentations. Bit more familiar with it, and seems like it'll fit the flavor of it. But I'll read a quick introduction, then we'll have the players introduce themselves, and we'll get going. So it's the year 1620. It's the Edo period in Japan. The rural town of Ouchijuku rests quite a ways from the cities of Aizu and Nikko. It has served as a postal town along the Aizo-Nishi-Kaido trade route for generations. Ouchijuku is not a big place. It's home to no more than about 150 residents. There's an inn, plenty of shops, a local council seat, lots of homes. The area around it is full of farmers. Traders pass through, often enough, bringing news of the nation and sometimes rare and interesting goods. One particular individual passing through was a postman who recently came frantically running into town. He was in a fevered state and he kept muttering of a cave that he had wandered into during a heavy rain and thunderstorm. He said this was along one of the rural routes leading into Ouchijuku, but he couldn't recall where it was. He described lots of thick fog and a road that never seemed to end. In this cave, where he hoped to find shelter during the storm, he said that he heard voices coming from a chamber deep in this cave. Upon inspection, he saw what he believes was a sorcerer of old. The man was oddly tall, about 7 feet high or so, and he had on garb that was from a much older period. The tall man was giving a speech to a horde of ghastly creatures mixed with men, various ages and sizes, dispersed amongst the crowd. Standing next to the man were 3 broad men wearing traditional bamboo hats that covered their faces. The creatures and the henchmen were howling in pleasure as the voice of the tall man echoed throughout the chamber. The postman tried to get closer, but he slipped on a bit of loose stone and fell down into the chamber. What happened next, he doesn't remember very clearly. He says he tried to run, but was soon captured by one of the men wearing the bamboo hats. A man with lightning in his eyes. Everything after that is blank. And he woke up not far from town, and he managed to wander in. Spent a few nights resting up. During this time, the Council of Elders not only interviewed him, but they met in an emergency meeting to decide the path that must be taken. And we'll let you guys introduce yourselves, kind of how we see you in the town, perhaps, if you're a local, if you're not a local. And then we'll find a way to bring you together. So we'll start with my far left with Andrew. Tell us about Sagara.
Sure, I'm playing Sushiru Sagara, simply Sagara now. Sagara is a fighter. He was formerly a samurai for a local feudal lord, a daimyo, and after failing his duties, he decided to take the path of a ronin instead of committing seppuku, which dealt him fatal honor blow. So his family stripped him of his name. He was wandering around the countryside for a while and couldn't make enough money now that he lost his family title, so he started falling back on banditry, highwaymen, and other incredibly low arts to sustain himself.
Very good. And Daniel, tell us about Hisashi.
Hisashi is a young man who's taken on the duties of healing and blessing and helping the common man. He's about 20 years old. He travels very lightly, taking the shelter and food from the locals as he helps them with their wounded, and also in tasks of those natures, doing religious ceremonies, marriages, and those kind of things. He does have with him his I won't call her servant. She's his traveling companion. She's actually from the West, a young girl named Clarissa, who doesn't speak, but she carries a lantern.
Very nice. And Micah, how do we see Aika? Or Aika?
Aika, or yeah, actually I don't know. I think Aika. Yeah. she is sitting at the. Is there something like a marketplace or a gathering place in the village?
Yeah,
Probably.
definitely. There's like a sake hall as well that's probably pretty popular. Like a
Yeah,
tavern.
yeah. She wouldn't go there. She's like sitting in the sun right now, and she looks a bit. Yeah, she doesn't seem to fit into that village because for one, she's an elf, and second, she has like almost fiery red hair from her elven heritage because they didn't care to mix um, mix countries, and but her fellow villagers didn't like that. They see her sometimes as some kind of fiend, so that's why she's living at the outskirts of the village since, yeah, like forever. And she's not carrying her weapons right now. She has a katana, but she has in her hairdo a lot of little ornaments, which are actually darts.
Very cool. And last but not least, Greg, tell us about Father John Hannon.
Yeah, so Father John Hannon here is a Jesuit missionary sent here because basically as punishment because there was a bit of an incident, a supernatural incident back in Italy where I was studying with the Vatican. I was sent here as penance just to get me out of the place, get me out of the country, send me someplace where I wouldn't cause any harm. But now, as I mentioned, Christianity's been banned. I just want to get out of the country. I'm here with a traveling companion of mine, Father Douglas Hannigan, and the two of us are staying at the local guest house, if there is one, and we're pretending to be merchants and trying to get to a port and get a ship home.
Very good. Very diverse cast. So we'll go ahead and let's see. Where do we kind of see everyone? So we have the priest in the guest house. We have where was Sagara? I didn't get that. Sorry.
The moment you said sake hall, Sagura appears.
Okay, so that's where he'll be, and we have let's see, Sashi and Aika. So Aika was sitting outside, yeah, kind of in like a garden. And what about Hisashi?
I'm probably helping some like beggars or something, you know, that have like wounds or like blisters on their feet, and I'm probably curing them, healing them.
Okay, very nice. Okay, so you're all kind of sitting there, and it's probably noonish, just after lunchtime or around lunchtime, and the sky, which was previously just cloudy, maybe with some sun, begins to darken quite a bit, and within moments the clouds get even darker and rain starts to fall, not heavily, but it's starting to pick up. And I think the first person to be called will be Hisashi, actually. So you're helping out, I guess, healing these people and things and cleaning them, what have you. And basically, this young boy comes running to you and taps you on the shoulder, and then he kind of bows his head forward, kind of deep, and waits for you to acknowledge him.
So I turn and I say, "Yes, my child."
You're the healer, Hisashi, yes?
Well, the spirits heal. I am just their tool.
Yes, the Council of Elders has asked for you to meet them at their hall. They told me to find you. And then he bows again very deep,
Okay,
waiting for a response.
So I bow and I say, I will finish up here because there's like maybe like one or two people I just have to finish, and I say I'll be there shortly.
And he'll just finish his bow, and then he'll run off with his it's like wooden sandals kind of clacking on the stone pavement there. And then I think next he would go to Father John Hannon. So you kind of probably see this boy run into the guest house there, and he'll ask the patron of the place where he can find you, and he'll point to you, and the boy will come running up. And again, same thing. He'll bow very deeply, kind of wait.
Yes, my son.
You are needed by the Council of Elders. That's all they told me. They said to get to their hall as fast as you can.
Oh, are they in need of wine? For that is all at the service I can provide. But I will go there and meet them and speak with them.
I have no idea about the wine, but that's all they told me. And he'll bow again. And then, yeah, I guess as you say that you're gonna meet them, he'll of course run off, wooden sandals clacking. Then he'll go to, let's see, Hisashi. Oh no, we already had Hisashi. Aika. So you're just kind of sitting there, perhaps in a meditative state, and this boy just comes running up, a bit noisily, and then he'll just bow and again wait.
Do I know him? Probably, right?
Yeah, probably so. He's just kind of I guess a well-known kid of one of the townsmen. You've met him before.
What is it, young man? As she bows as well.
And you can see he's a little apprehensive just because he, sees your ears, being an elf and all. But he kind of quietly says, "You're needed at the Council of Elders. I don't know why, but they want you to be there as quickly as you can."
Suddenly I'm needed. Well then, tell them I will be there soon.
And he bows and runs off. And last but not least, he goes to the sake hall. And how do we see Sagara in the sake hall?
He's at his own table. He's got like a little jug in front of him. He's pouring it into a sake glass, and some of the other patrons are like looking at him and whispering, talking, because it's a little bit early in the day to be drinking as heavily as he is.
Pretty good. And same thing, boy runs up, bows, just kind of waits for a response from you. You can tell he's apprehensive. He seems fearful of you.
So I'll slam back the cup and sit it down and say, "If you're here for my services as a bandit boy, you are early. I do not work before 4 p.m.
And he'll stay in his deep bow and he'll say, it's not me that needs you, it's the Council of Elders. They did not tell me why.
I'll turn and give him a little bit of a bow. "You honor me. They await me now?"
Yes, as soon as you can. They said it's of the utmost importance.
"It is a shame, though, to waste good sake. I will be there in 10 minutes. And I'll turn around and continue to drink.
And he'll finish his bow and he'll run off, scurry off. And then, so do we, are you guys going to kind of separately head there, or what are you going to do?
Yeah, I'm going to head there.
Okay.
Yeah, as soon as I'm done with the people, I'll collect my things and head over.
I'm going to be concerned that they know I'm a missionary and that I'm going to be turned over for execution, perhaps. So I'm going there because the only alternative is running away.
Yeah, it's probably a little anxiety bubbling there. But yeah, so you can, walking through the village there, it's lots of like thatched buildings, wood buildings with the kind of triangular sloped, tile roofs and things. You see again below you the ground is stone, at least on the main path. Everything else is kind of dirt. But yeah, you can make it to the building where the Council of Elders reside. This is a kind of a nicer, more ornate building. It'll have like wooden like pillars or columns out front, kind of supporting this entryway. There's lots of old like designs of various Japanese religious icons and things, as well as lots of writing and things like just a little like what are they haikus about the elders and things. And now at this point, let's see okay, interesting. So the weather has gotten kind of bad. The rain is picking up quite a bit, and thunder booms incredibly loud, kind of echoing throughout the village, almost vibrating the ground below you.
Okay, so I'm going to, because I feel like this could be the spirits of nature, I'm going to stop for a second and offer like a prayer to the nature spirits before I go in.
Yeah, and you won't get a response from nature, but you can feel your prayer perhaps going somewhere.
Cool.
I walk past him, bowing for a moment, and then pass on to the inside.
Very nice.
Yeah, I've got like one of those big hats that keeps the rain off of you. Like a traveling hat. But Clarissa has like a little umbrella because she's still somewhat Western dressed. And then we head in.
Very nice. And so basically you're presented with these, those like kind of sliding doors with like all the little squares made of like, it's almost like that paper material. Just like traditional sliding Japanese doors. Yep. So before you get to that, of course, you'll have to take your shoes off. It's incredibly clean in here. It's kind of a darker wooden place. There's like paper lamps hanging about. And of course, you can slide the door open. And in front of you is a very nice, long red carpet. It's kind of covering the wooden floor there. And sitting in a like a half circle. Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 council elders. The oldest, Takeshi, you would recognize, sitting in the middle of them, and they're all sitting in a meditative position almost. They just all bow very slightly at their head, with their heads as you enter.
Now,
They motion for you to enter.
This is probably salient for me to state, but it's not so much that Sagara would willingly choose to keep his shoes on. He's just so inconsiderate, he wouldn't even stop to check. He would just walk in with muddy sandals.
Yeah, and he's probably the last one to enter, I would assume. And you could see Takeshi give you just a glaring look, his eyes kind of widening, perhaps the vein on his almost translucent old man skin kind of bulging as you bring mud into his chambers, and he'll say, "You, Sagara, bring your filth into my council."
Oh, Tokaji-sama, I forgot! And I'll start jumping around trying to pull the sandals off as I'm standing on this ornate red carpet, throwing mud specks everywhere.
And yeah, he would raise his hand, and one of his servants would run up, and he would kind of whisper to her. She would run and begin like kind of wiping away all the mud that was flung about, and he'll say, "I demand you show more respect."
Oh, yes. Hi. And I'll give him like a very nervous little bow.
And he'll look to the rest of his council. And I guess if you want the names, it's Takeuchi, Akiyoshi, Hikaru, Nagao, Tanaka, and of course the leader Takeshi.
Yeah, remind us.
Yes. And yeah, if you need the names, I'll definitely remind you. But yeah, so he says, "Yes, please sit, all of you. We have much to discuss, but I fear not so much time." And as he says that, the thunder outside booms again, shaking the building. And you can see that the Council of Elders look really unsettled.
I will bow and sit.
I also sit.
Me
Very
too.
nice.
A bit away from the others if possible.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, so Takeshi will start talking, and he'll basically relate the information that the postman had brought. Just that this postman had come in fevered. He had found this strange cave a bit a ways from the village, talking about this sorcerer and things. And Takeshi will say, "I fear that this is the sorcerer Katashi of old. I did not think that he existed, but it fears that the evil from the beyond has reached our realm, and I fear gravely for our village. And I think we need to send a group immediately to investigate these claims. If they are true, this could mean great trouble for our peaceful town. That's why I've called you all here. You all seem to have certain skills that might be useful. And of course, if the claim is false, I won't lose any honor by sending my best men."
You see
He kind of
Aika
bows very
smile as
slightly.
he says that.
Yeah, you'll hear some little bit of laughter from some of the other council members. Kind of hushed laughter. But he'll say, "Do any of you object or require any special assistance in this task?"
So I stay good counsel. It's my duties to protect the people. And if this is a problem that could harm the city, the town, I'd be more than happy to help. What I require is a meal for the poor. If you bring the poor in to have a good meal and take them out of the storm tonight, then I will willingly do this task for you.
He'll kind of whisper to some of his others. I think Akiyoshi and Hikaru were sitting next to him, and Hikaru will nod just very slightly and say, and he's a much younger man, unlike Takeshi. He'll say, "Yes, we could do this, but only if you absolutely agree to fulfill your end of the bargain."
Mm-hmm. I agree, and then I bow like really low.
It will be done. What about the rest of you?
Takeshi-sama, I too require unique compensation.
You can see his face is a little unimpressed, and he'll say, "What sort of special compensation?"
Since I will be serving you in this most honorable task before 4 p.m., which I make great exception for, but you are a councilman, I would like to ask that you allow my family name to be reinstated and that my wakizashi be returned to me so I can once again be samurai.
Ooh, this is a much unique request. It's unlike one I've heard before.
And there is more. I also require, as a poor man, to be allowed to attend his meal for the poor.
You can see Takeshi's vein throb on his forehead, just begin pulsing again, and he'll say, "One request at a time. If you fulfill your bargain, these are things we can discuss. As far as the being fed as a poor man, that is on you. But I promise you, it will not bring you any more honor."
So, you pose me a great riddle. Do I prefer a full stomach and empty honor, or an empty stomach and full honor? I do not know. We will find out in this adventure.
He'll just kind of wave his hand almost dismissively and say, "Yes, as you wish." Now, if there are no more questions from you all, he kind of looks at you all, his eyes kind of, narrowed. He'll say, "I think you should leave soon. The storm, it does not seem natural at all. And I fear it's only going to get worse. I think Katashi knows that you are coming. If he's out there at all."
Aika nods and gets up slowly, bows, and walks back one step and says, "We should meet in front of the village soon," as the elder says.
I'm ready to go now. Everything I own, I have with me.
I'll need to get some things from the guest house, but then I'll be ready to go. And of course, I'm planning on running away. I'm planning on running away as soon as I can. I just want to get away from the elder without anyone knowing anything too suspicious, and then get away as fast as I can from this madness.
Yeah, and you, Father John, you would definitely be receiving some unpleasant looks from the council members. You're probably not very popular amongst them.
They have to know who I am if they're sending me on this, and I just want to get out of this place.
Definitely. And who knows, their disposition may change if you do help them. But they also could be trying to get you killed. So who knows, really. So yeah, you can all leave at your will and meet up after you take care of your business. So maybe, about an hour, you think it would take for all of you to meet?
Yeah, I just have to get my weapons.
I will show up there as coincidentally. It seems that a local villager has been following me for that hour and keeping an eye on me.
Yes. He would definitely have a watch of eye at all times, I'm sure.
Or he thinks he has. He probably sees them everywhere now.
Right.
Definitely. And as you're all, I guess, walking to meet up, it's probably about 1:30 in the afternoon. Lightning begins to crack in the sky, and let's see. Oh, yeah, y'all are lucky. So lightning just begins cracking and moving across the sky, and it's unlike lightning you've seen before. And the rain, of course, at this point is very thick. It's very dark outside. But you would all know, I guess the council would tell you before, that you need to head south, basically following the vague description that the postman had given you. So you want to go south. Eventually, you'll see where the path breaks off and heads into the woods. And that's about where you think you need to head. But aside from that, it's going to be kind of a guessing game.
So while there's like a moment when we first meet up, I'm going to go pull a cigar to the side and say, I believe this is yours. And I'm going to hand him a sack that has some food in it. And then I bow and walk away.
Sagara will take it and just imagine the camera slowly panning up to his face and his like a little tear running down his eye. Thank you.
And Aika would walk up to our missionary friend, bow again, and ask, so what do the elders see in you, foreigner?
I believe they're confused. I don't know why they're sending me, but obviously I'll do whatever the elders ask. It's a great honor, but I don't believe we'll find anything there. You know, these superstitions, it makes no sense.
Well, don't get me wrong. You don't belong here as much as I do. And she moves her head and shows her ears.
Ah, I understand. Maybe if it does turn out to be dangerous, it would be better if we were to leave. We'll wait and see.
This is not honorable, Gaijin.
But surely you know all Gaijin are not honorable.
She nods and then turns around, walking ahead.
Sagara is shoving rice cakes into his mouth, walking forward with his open bag, and kind of eavesdropping. And he'll yell at you, Aika. You follow Bushido? As
Pardon?
flying out of the mouth. Warrior called Bushido.
Surely not. How could I?
What do you mean?
They don't accept me. How long have you been in this village?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe he pounds his chest. 3 or 4 months. The council originally let me stay to do work on ramparts around the edge of the city, but Takashi kicked me off of my job once he found me sleeping in the southern woods.
That's not honorable either.
Oh, man must sleep.
At night.
So you say.
So that's what they're doing. They're sending everyone they want to get rid of. And she looks at the priest, or what would he be called?
Who, me?
Yeah,
I guess holy man.
holy man.
Are
At
you
the
an
holy man.
instigator of the poor? Do you ferment rebellion or disquiet? Is that why they dislike you?
Maybe.
I only heal. I actually just arrived in town yesterday to attend to the sick.
And yet you feed the poor. If they wish to feed the poor, they would do it themselves.
True. But perhaps they need a reminder of the greater things in life. You see the luxury in which they live. They cannot take that to the spirit world.
You know, the elders aren't happy to be reminded of anything.
Especially death, considering their age.
Well, if they've lived a good life, they will come back as a fox spirit or a waterfall.
You are mistaken.
Thank you.
Very good. And yeah, so I guess you would be beginning to head south. Yeah, so you want to you can follow the road, and it'll be winding kind of through the rural landscape there. And after a bit, it gets a bit more woody outside. You see more trees, getting denser and denser as the path winds south, eventually south by southeast. And let's see. Yeah, it's a pretty uneventful walk. Eventually you get to the spots, let's say about an hour out of town, where you think the postman was talking about. You see a large boulder kind of off to the west and on the side of the road. And it seems like one of the landmarks that postman had talked about. But curiously, yeah, as you would approach, probably can't see too far ahead just with the rain and how thick it is. But you think you see like a man or something leaning up against this large rock. He's not moving. He doesn't wave towards you or anything.
Okay. He's just so we don't, but we can't tell if he's even looking in our direction, right? Because it's so rainy. We just see a figure.
Yeah, you just kind of see a figure posted up against this large boulder.
Why would he be out in this terrible weather? Perhaps he's a bandit.
I find that bandits generally hide.
He might be the bait for a bandit trap.
Or possibly a spirit to guide us.
He looks very solid for a spirit.
Or maybe he's just out of his mind.
They do that.
Lost its way.
I don't know if he's quite interesting enough to be bait either.
So I'm going to call out to him. I say, good traveler. Why are you in such terrible weather? Do you need some assistance?
And you get no response. And you can see, his clothing there blowing in the wind and the rain striking him, but he's not responding. And I'd say at this point you're probably like 20 feet away or so as you're approaching.
Okay. Well, I will instruct you. I'll look over to Clarissa and give her the stay here signal, and then I'll approach him. And of course, my weapon is disguised as a cane, so that I don't look like I'm armed or anything. And I just walk up slowly, and I hail. I stop about maybe 10 feet away, and I do a little bow, and I say, "Good traveler, do you need our assistance?"
And again, no response. But as you get closer to him, I guess even at 10 feet, you'd be able to see his eyes. Where his eyes would be, it's just bloody sockets. There's nothing.
So I turn back and I say, "I believe he needs our assistance." So I'm going to walk up to him. Yeah, I'm going to walk up to him. Does he move as I walk up to him? I take my like cane, and I'm just going to if I get close enough to do this, I'm just going to touch him with it to see if he falls over.
Yeah, depending on how hard you push him or poke him, he would of course collapse. But you can collapse almost like a sack of potatoes, just a dead body, basically.
I think he's beyond assistance, friend.
Yeah, and he's wearing, kind of the local garb and things. He has a small pouch on his side. But aside from the eye sockets being bloodied, nothing really strikes you as odd. But he is dead.
But we don't recognize him?
No, you have no idea who he is.
Oh, be careful. It is beneath us to touch dead bodies.
Yes. Well, nothing is beneath the work of a holy man. I don't have a problem touching him. I don't think. Actually, I might not be able to touch him. I think you're right. So I call Clarissa. That's what she's here for. So we can't leave him here. So I have her tie some rope around his feet, so we can drag him off the trail and off to the side.
Very nice.
I'll just observe. He's a pagan. I'm not too bothered.
Yeah.
And Sagara will watch to see if anything rattles out of his pockets as he's dragged.
If anything, the pouch would be removed from his belt, probably as his body's drug along.
I'll kneel down and pick that up and start fingering through it.
As you open it, as soon as you open it, you just get hit with this gust of like really hot air. It's not going to damage you, but it's really, really, really hot. And within seconds, it's of course all gone. And the bag's empty.
What was this? Spirit?
Interesting.
I don't know. It was like hot air trapped in the bag.
And everyone
think
can
drunk
do
too
an intelligence check if you want to see maybe if you know what's going on with that.
Okay.
Is that D20
Actually, I think-
or what is it?
Yep, D20. Passed by
Sagara
one.
failed by 12.
I rolled a 5, and my int is 12, so I passed.
Okay.
What's this about? This is about the pouch.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess I walked over because I think I can touch the dead body because I do funerals, so I think I'm okay with touching it. So I'm gonna like bless this guy or whatever. But
Nice. Yeah. So you would at least recognize, Sasashi, that this is in fact a 6-demon bag, or it was at some point. A bag that carries all kinds of things, including wind, fire, and other elements. It's kind of a
okay, so
magical.
this is a 6-demon bag. It's definitely not something we want to be messing with. And probably what caused his untimely death.
I wonder what makes the bag valuable. Is it the craftsmanship itself, or is it what's in it? Does this have any value? And he holds it upside down and shakes it.
I say it's valuable to those who practice the dark arts.
Despicable. He spits, and then he puts it in his back belt.
Oh, I know how to properly destroy that if you need someone to take care of it for you.
He stops and he'll stare at you, knowing he can't like make ready his intention that he's gonna sell it to someone that uses dark magic. So he'll slowly take it out.
I am someone.
I'll slowly take it and hand it over. Oh,
Thank you.
you
I will
should
ensure
prepare.
this is properly
No.
destroyed. Don't worry.
How would you know, Gaijin?
Evil spirits are the same the world over. They just speak with different voices.
Only a certain kind of man is able to destroy things
Yes.
like this. And she
Yes,
narrows her
Man of
eyes.
God.
Gaijin, man of God. Now we know why you're here.
Yeah. So I typically would want to burn the body, but I don't think we can do that because of the rain. So instead, is he wearing a cloak or something?
I was just wearing kind of like mundane farmer's clothing, just
It doesn't have like a backpack on or anything.
no, just the 6-demon bag.
All right. So I'll take my my like bedroll blanket and I'll wrap him up in that and I'll put him to the side. And then I'll kind of use my hat to shelter it and I'll burn some incense and do like a little ceremony to cleanse any evil spirits that might be in his body.
Okay. Cool.
John Sama, what is the name of this fierce deity that you follow?
Yeah, he's not one but 3 deities. I can teach you all about him if you'd like. Perhaps over a sake later.
Oh, I would be most receptive to that.
I guess however long that takes, and then we can probably move on.
Cool.
I don't know how
I'm
long.
not doing that in the
we're doing
rain. I'm not that bothered about converting people. It's wet.
Very good. And everyone roll a d6, I guess, before you continue.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah, 6.
I got a 4.
Okay.
3.
Okay, cool. All right. So you all have the general impression that perhaps you could, take off, off the path here, kind of into the woods, but you're not really sure where you want to be going.
So what would be? Can we use a pathway up to that cave, or would we have to leave the path?
You're pretty
one
sure you're
point.
going to have to leave the path at some point. As the postman had kind of talked about, he was looking for shelter off of the beaten path there during a storm. So, and you're comfortable in the you're kind of sure that you're in the general area that he described, especially with this boulder. You could get kind of ranted about this, but you're not sure if this is where you need to break off or not. Basically,
can we? All right. So what I want to do is I'm going to look around where we found the body and see if I can find footprints, because maybe there's mud.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see.
So I guess that's a search, which I'm not very good at.
Yeah, do a search.
That's just a war. You know who should do that? The elf. Don't elves get better searches? Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, she walks in a circle, always getting bigger, and looks around. Let's see. Yeah, 5. I'm not good playing elves. I'm sorry.
You are a wood spirit, are you not? Can you not ask the trees?
And she turns around, her eyes like flying daggers. She says, "I'm no spirit. I'm closer to nature maybe than you are, but I'm no spirit and I'm not evil." Seems to be a topic she doesn't like.
I do not feel anybody is truly evil. We all just are.
She nods and bows, actually.
Again,
That's
you are
probably the
mistaken.
nicest thing anyone has said to her for a long time.
Oh, is that true, Hisashi? Do you believe that?
That is true. We all just are. In order to be, you must just be.
Sagara's he's wearing that kind of like a fine garment. He puts that on his back and turns around with like a renewed sense of purpose. Maybe his shoulders a little bit straighter.
There you go. Okay, so yeah, I don't. Do we want to just walk somewhere randomly? After I finish with the incense, I say, "What direction, wood demon?"
She looks back at you, snorts, very unladylike, and says, "I would suggest we go this way." And she points where we are not really sure if we have to go there, but yeah.
I follow. Clarissa picks up like the bag and the 10-foot pole and everything and follows.
I'll trudge along behind, slightly dejected in the rain.
How tight's the forest here? Like, am I going to be impeded using a naginata?
Not yet. Like it's dense, but it's not that dense. Yeah, you shouldn't be impeded just yet.
Okay, so I'll have it like out in front of me, ready to receive a charge from some bandits.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
And as you do so, 50 bandits rush forward.
Sagara will drop the naginata. Brothers.
But yeah, no, y'all can head this way, and as you do so, let's see. The rain actually begins to lessen just a little bit. It's at a drizzle. It's still very cloudy, a bit dark. We'll say it's probably close to 3 p.m. 1500. Let's see. Enter forest, and yeah, so you can make your way in this direction that the wood demon had pointed out.
Okay.
And yeah, so you're walking in this direction, and you start to notice that the woods are in fact getting denser. You're not really following much of a path, just kind of trudging along, I suppose, and the sounds around you kind of start to change. At first, you're hearing, the typical bird cries and things of the local fauna, and you see familiar flora as well. But after maybe 30 minutes of walking, as the forest becomes denser, these sounds as well kind of stop, and it gets just weirdly quiet. It's just silent, except for the drizzling rain, perhaps striking you.
I think we are on the right way.
Yes. This feels like a very bad place.
Yeah, and the landscape begins to kind of slope upwards, kind of in a hill in the direction that you're heading. And let's see, what would that be? Not familiar with Lamentations. I haven't played Lamentations in so long, I feel. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, everyone roll a d6 again. Let's see.
All the ones yesterday.
Yeah.
6.
3
So
again.
basically, you're searching.
5.
Okay, cool. So none of you would see this. Okay, great. So yeah, you're just walking along up this hill, basically. And let's see. So yeah, you wouldn't see anything. Okay, cool.
Is the rain stopped enough that I can burn incense?
Yeah, probably so.
I'm going to start to burn like some incense that wards off spirits.
Mm-hmm.
We'd be swinging it as we go.
Very cool. Okay, and we'll say as you get to the crest of this, the top of this hill, still again in a dense forest, you kind of pick up the sound of very light, like marching almost, coming from like you're like off to the right in the woods there. But you don't see anything, and it's very faint, and you're not even sure if you've heard anything. And
I stop in my tracks and I move behind one of the trees.
I get a pretty grimdark look on my face and I say, "Oh, Oni marched down there."
I'd say it's more flesh than Oni. And I'll back behind a tree.
I will also go to a tree, I guess.
okay, and
Sagara will kneel, but he will not go behind a tree.
perfect.
Yeah, I'm actually not hiding behind the tree. I'm offering it, or asking it advice, rather. I'm trying to commune with the tree.
Yeah, so we have Hisashi talking to a tree and Sagara just standing out there, or kneeling rather. Yeah, and as you're kneeling and conversing with this tree and the souls of the trees, you see these 3 almost like folded paper-looking human-sized creatures, kind of walking in formation, almost in a triangular formation. They're wielding what look like real spears. They don't seem to notice you. They're kind of walking a bit in front of you, maybe 30 feet, but you can see them kind of walking through the trees there.
I'll mutter a prayer to St. Jude quietly and crouch down behind the tree.
Do we know what those creatures are? Are they maybe part of our lore in some way?
No, but it looks like almost origami artwork or something.
So it is lore, okay.
In what shapes of animals are they? Or are they shaped like people?
They look like people, almost
Interesting.
wearing like armor and things, but it's just origami basically.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, you'd recognize, yeah. And from the side though, they're pretty thin. Obviously, it's made of paper, but let's see. They do. Oh, nice. Okay, so they do hear perhaps the father muttering his prayer, or spot the other 2 who aren't hiding, trying to hide, and they do begin marching towards you. Again, just kind of the sound of like paper feet, perhaps rustling leaves under them as they're approaching. And again, they're about 30 feet off. They're not moving terribly fast, but they're not moving slow either. So you have a few moments to do something.
I'm going to back away and draw my rapier.
Nice.
So I've got my incense in my hand, and I'm just going to kind of blow on it to make sure it stays like red hot. And then I'm going to speak to them. I'm going to say, "Creatures of the forest, paper demons, we are in search of a great evil magician. Please show us the way." And then I bow a little bit.
It's strange as you mention magician. They all kind of lower their spears in like a charging formation, kind of like pointing them at you, and they pick up their speed. So everyone roll initiative as these
By the way,
origami warriors. What's up?
As they pick up speed, Sagara will plant the bottom of his pole arm. So if one of them tries to charge, I'm going to accept it, and I'm going to yell, "If you can be folded into life, I can unfold you."
Nice.
Perfect.
Well, there's that one.
Nice.
But I have a 2+2 for my deck, so 3.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I got a 3 + 1, so 4.
4 as well.
And we lost our bandit. He ran away at the first sign of violence.
Oh yeah, see that.
He's like,
We'll give him
"Peace."
just a second.
Wait for the rain to wreck this paper anyway.
Yeah.
Clorsha's going to stay behind the tree where she was. She's not coming out into battle.
Wood
Okay.
demons, paper demons. What is wrong with this country?
We are all living. All living spirits should be treated equally.
There he is.
Yes. And Andrew, what did you get on initiative? Oh, 5. Okay, great. So you'll actually go first, Sagara.
Okay, so how far are these paper men away from me?
About 20 feet. And approaching quickly.
So could I charge?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, I'm charging. Let's do
Go
it.
for it.
Oh shit! Even with my +5, that's only a 10 to hit.
Oh yeah, that will miss at their AC of 12.
Yeah, so I'll stab by one of them.
Yes, perhaps the paper thin body is just too much for you right now. And we'll go to the 4s. We'll just start with Micah. And then
She had her katana drawn, and yeah, I guess she rushes for the first one she can see. Quick question: is a katana a D8 or a D6?
D8 sounds good.
Yeah.
It's like
Okay.
a sword.
Yeah,
It's kind of long.
thought so. Oh my goodness. Okay, a natural 1.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, you
Oh, man.
sliced right into a tree. Taking off some sacred bark. As
Yeah.
we go to Father
So
John.
much about communicating with trees.
Yeah, I see her slice the tree, and I feel a little bit sad for it.
I'll step forward and try and slash one of these paper demons with my rapier.
Very nice.
Ooh, and I hit. And
Oh yeah.
do 6 damage.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Nice.
that hurts it. It's unfolding almost completely, but still holding its spear barely. As we go to let's see the 3. So I'm on a 3 as well. So we'll do let's see. You can go first, Hisashi.
Well, what I'm going to do, so this is probably simultaneous in a sense, is I've got this incense that I was blowing on, so it's hot. I'm going to wait till it comes and tries to stab me, and then I'm just going to touch it with the incense to try to light it on fire. I'm just going to basically stand there very still and go like this.
Perfect. And we'll have let's see. We'll have at least one of them. One of them is going to go for you.
Assuming one's going for me. If they don't, then I'm just standing there, I guess.
Yeah, we're gonna have one go for you, one for Sagara, and one for Father John. So we'll do the one on you first.
Okay, and I'll go
Sashi.
simultaneously.
Let's see, he missed.
17, so that hits.
Oh, nice.
So I say, this offering is for the dead man with no eyes, and I touch it with the incense, with fire, basically. I'm hoping because it's made out of paper that fire will do damage.
Yeah, we'll say it does light, and it'll do 1d4 per round.
Nice.
Sounds good. So you can do a d4.
3.
Okay, not bad.
So it lights up. I basically go like that, and then I kind of like make some signs or whatever with it, like I would normally do.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, and then let's see, the one hitting Sagara rolls an 18. So
That hits the dot.
will hit with its, let's see, it's using a spear. And where's my, there it is. Just 2 points.
Yeah, so you see like a cut appear on my thigh. Oh, a paper cut!
This is the worst.
The last one on Father John rolls a 5, so it will in fact miss. And then we're back at the top with you, Sagura, as you get the paper cut.
Now, one of them's on fire now, right?
Correct.
I want to take my naginata and start windmilling it and see if I can blow some of the flames onto the one next to it.
Ooh,
Nice.
why not? Yeah, roll to attack. To hit.
Okay, that one's better. That's a 14.
Yeah, we'll say it will catch the one next to it. So let's see which one that's going to be. Oh, hell, why not? Okay, so it'll actually finish off, we'll say, the one that Father John was engaged with. He had 1 hit point left, so.
Nice.
Yeah, the fire will catch and bring him down as he's unfolded, turned to ash slowly. Let's see. And then next, I think we had the simultaneous. Let's see, Aika and Father John.
Yeah. Let's try this again. For the closest one. Oh, man. 5.
Yeah, that'll miss.
So I'll try and run the one that isn't on fire through, and I get a 12 plus 1 for just being a person, so 13.
Nice.
Okay, that'll hit.
Okay, D8, 6 damage.
6 damage, yeah. And which one was that at? Sorry.
That was
Is
at the one that isn't on fire.
Okay, good. Yeah, and again, the 6 will bring it almost undone, but not quite. And we'll go to the bottom of the simultaneous. I think it was Hisashi and the last remaining.
The one that's on fire that's right in front of me. Now, because it's on fire, if I touch it again, am I going to do extra damage or no? Can I light it in a different spot? Or
You
does it
could
just do
light a
D4?
different.
Because it's
You
going to
could light a
automatically do
different
another
spot,
D4, right? So I'll do that first.
Yeah,
So
it'll do another D4.
it takes another 3 points from the fire that's already on it.
Okay.
And then I guess I'll you know what? I just bow with my incense and wait for it to die.
Okay.
So I'm not going to attack it.
That'll work, yeah. Cool. And then that one's going to try to
Assuming
do.
it doesn't kill me.
Yeah, it'll try to hit you. The net 20. Hell yes.
Ooh, that hits me.
Oh,
Okay. Where is it? Oops. Okay, the damage. That's nice. So 1.
Oh.
As the spear slices you just a little bit.
Okay. I don't have many hit points. So it doesn't take much to kill me. Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm sliced.
We got the last one. We'll go for who's engaged with. We'll say Sagura. 3. So that'll miss, I believe. And back at the top, Sagura.
All right, so the one that took the swing at me, can I see where these folds are made? Like, does it look like if I try to grapple them, I might be able to unfold them?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
All right, I want to see what it does to him. So I'm going to drop the naginata, and my hands go down like I've studied at the sumo school, the art of sumo. And I will lunge forward and try to grab at those seams and pry them.
Nice. So let's see if you can grapple it.
I got a 16 for the grapple.
Yeah, let's see. I think it has to. Yeah, you grapple it, definitely. So you were holding on to this paper body. And we'll say next round, if it's not down, you can try to unfold it.
Nice. I will yell once I get a hold of it with these burly hands of mine. Yield or I will undo you!
Nice.
Okay, and then we'll go to Father John and Aika.
Let me do at least 1 hit, please. I'm already embarrassed. 11.
Yeah, that's 1 off.
You know what?
you get a
Just go
plus
home.
one, fighter.
Aika just turns around and goes home.
Yeah, is that with your bonuses?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got those seams. I'm wrestling with it. And I look over my shoulder. Aiko, where are you going?
Well, I'm going to stand there looking confused because one of them's on fire and one of them's being wrestled by a strange man. So I'm going to try and poke the one that's on fire because I'm going to stab something.
Okay.
Hey.
Oh yeah, if
Five.
that finishes it, it has 1 hit point left. So you can describe how you finish this last one. That's not
So
right.
my rapier, I cut, just slash it and cut it, slice it into 2. The top half just blows away in the wind.
Nice, very good. And yes, so that'll bring that one down, and it'll go back to the bottom with the one who's grappled and Hisashi. So Hisashi, you can take your action.
I see that it's grappled, so I'm just going to offer a prayer to the ones that have died.
Okay. And it's going to try to break its grapple. How does that work in Lamentations again? It's just like opposing.
Attack.
Opposing.
Yeah.
Mm.
17.
I got a crit, baby.
Nice.
Oh, God damn it. Yeah, so you managed to hold it nice and securely. And it'll go to your turn, actually.
All right, so
And-
I can feel him like twisting around trying to get out of it, and I've got like one hand on each of the side folds. I'm just gonna try to open him up.
Okay.
Nice.
If you can roll a successful hit, I'll say you can absolutely unfold it.
Oh, come on, man. That's with the +5. It's a 21.
Oh, yeah. Just describe the unfolding of this origami warrior.
So it feels like there's magic cementing them together as I'm yanking it apart, but finally I hear, and then I just tear both sides open, and maybe it parts down the middle a little bit, like opening a wrapper or something.
Nice.
What effect does it have on him? Does he like go lifeless?
Oh yeah. As you're unwrapping him and things, it seems like the magic is almost dispersed from it. You feel this like great dark kind of evil energy lifted as your hands are unfolding it. Yeah, and it drops its spear that was probably trying to clutch onto.
No, damn it! I'm letting all the fuel go.
Yeah, and at that, combat is of course finished, and yeah, you're left with these 2 burnt origami creatures, and one that's just unfolded into this. It's a really nice paper, actually.
It,
Probably has holes in it.
Sagara would be like over the top of it, like trying to fold the flaps back on now to see if it comes back to life.
No, it's not going to come back to life. It might look kind of funny though.
Especially because I'm stabbing it at the same time.
Aika standing in the middle of it, her katana and at her side, and she just looks devastated.
So I go and take a piece of the paper that's for that one, and I fold it into an origami crane, and then I just like put it on the ground.
Yeah,
And I'll say to Aika that I apologize. I misjudged you. I had not realized you were a pacifist. I leapt to an assumption that you were violent because of your nature.
If glares could kill.
And Sagara will just be confused at the joke, and he'll say, "But I saw her miss several blows."
Sometimes not speaking is golden, my friends. And she turns around, now actually walking away.
Hey,
In the
you
right
don't have to
direction, though.
You don't have to be ashamed of it, Aika. We can teach you.
Just see a hand raising up into the air like, go ahead.
Cool. So I'll just leave the crane there, and I'm going to follow the wood demon.
Yeah, and you would you want to go in the direction perhaps that these creatures were walking from, or
Yeah,
Oh,
probably. Yeah.
they have spears, right? I think I'll pick up a spear.
okay, yeah, they're nice.
I will
They're
also pick up
really
a
nice.
spear.
It could be useful.
They're all very nice spears, and you almost get the impression that they're just imbued with something.
Paper.
Sagara
good,
will.
not
He quickly will walk up to Aika, and as they're going forward, he'll start trying to put her through like basic swordsmanship 101.
She just stares ahead. She doesn't even look. She doesn't even recognize him. She just stares ahead furiously.
Good. That is the focus a warrior needs.
And perhaps as you say that, Sagara, the camera zooms very quickly to your eyes, and you can see like the pleasure in your voice as you're describing this. But yeah, you can continue into the forest there, and you're at the top of this like I guess large hilly area of the woods, and again, really no sounds as you're kind of chugging along. And as you're doing so, let's see, the rain stays about where it's at. It's still kind of dark. We'll say about. Nope, go ahead.
Yeah, so because the weather is not getting any worse, like it's actually gotten a little bit better than we started. I mentioned that the spirits see us in favor now because of my offerings.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
I'll just nod.
And let's see. After some some exploration there, you do in fact get to where the trees begin to open up a bit, and in front of you can see that it's beginning to decline. You can see the hill is about to drop. And then that's maybe 20 feet in front of you as you're approaching.
And we're at the point in the lesson now where Sagara says, "You see, Aika, this is a sword. You use it to cut men up." And I'm doing like slices in front of me with it.
Oh man, I just want to swiftly turn around to him, taking my katana and like put it at his neck. Do I need to do an attack roll for that?
No, I won't try to parry or anything. In fact, Sagara will go like a little stiff, and for a moment you'll see something that almost resembles enjoyment.
She's taking her lessons very well. Much improved.
I learned well and quickly. You can leave your pupil now.
Well, I always knew this day would come.
I will gladly accept some of your instruction as you're such a good teacher.
Sagara will just nod and take a step back as like the blade hums a little bit, leaving a little bit of a shave scar.
Very good. And let's see. So as you approach this, the end of this like hill, basically, you can see in front of you, instead of it rolling down as you would expect, it's more like just a sheer cliff. It's kind of rocky, and you can see like roots from trees, almost as if this part has been like dug, where the hill probably used to roll down. But it does look like you could traverse it. And if you're looking in front of you, as you get to this point, it's this valley. It's kind of surrounded by the trees, but it is a big open spot. And at the kind of center of it, you see this large gate that's kind of tucked into the side of even more woods. But it's a very large golden gate, and it looks like there's fog behind it, behind the slits there in the gate, behind the bars. That's probably at least 200 yards off.
So the gate is going into the hill, or it's just like sitting out in the middle of the...
It's sitting out into the middle, but it's like in its own like thicket of trees there.
Oh, interesting. So I look and I say, it seems that the earth spirits were not kind to this area.
Yes, it does not look natural.
Now, the gate, is it gold colored or is it gold?
You will have to go nearer, my son, to find out.
Yeah, that's something you can't quite make out from where you are.
That looks like real gold to me.
If you don't mind, I would like to go have a look.
Oh, knock yourself out. I'll follow behind you.
Of course, it would only be fair that we split it, well, let's see, 4 ways, yes. Yeah, I'll approach. I want to see if it's gold.
Okay, first, you will have to attempt to climb down the face of the, I guess we can call it a little drop off from where you are. It's about probably 40 feet down.
I have a rope. Tie that over if you want.
Yeah. So you're all actually going to have to try to climb that if you want to get down there.
Okay.
Climb rope?
Does the rope give us an advantage or something?
I don't think so. It'll help you climb down. I mean, otherwise you can...
What's what I mean? Does it make it easier because we have a rope?
Yeah, I'll say you'll have a 2 and 6 chance with the rope actually,
Okay.
because otherwise you'll have to use like the roots and things and rocks on the face of the hillside there.
There's no
What
other
if,
way down there, right?
No, it's just like as far as you can see left and right, where it kind of wraps around this valley. It just kind of looks like it's been torn out, like the ground, to make this almost defensive cliff.
What if Sagara tied knots in the rope?
Nice.
That could be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Could that
do
increase our
something.
chances a little?
That sounds reasonable.
Yeah, why not? So you'll have a 3 out of 6 chance, I'll say.
Nice, I like that.
Six.
What if we take 2 ropes and put them together and then put wood in between them from the spear to make a ladder?
Or we tie the rope around each other's waist and
Lower them.
hold the person as they climb down.
Right.
Well, Sagara is
Yeah.
as strong as a mountain, so you will anchor the rope around him. Who will be going down first?
Yeah, well, I think we should probably leave one rope up. We'll leave it here that way we can run quickly, right? Because we have a bunch of ropes. Does everybody have a rope?
I have a rope.
I have
Yeah.
one as well.
I have one as
Yeah.
well.
All right, so we can leave one. I'll leave mine because I don't mind losing possessions.
Mhm.
So we'll tie the knots in mine and we can leave it here. And I guess I'll climb down first because I have my die in my hand. Ooh, and I got a 4. So what does it mean if I fail climbing down the rope?
So you got a 4 as you're. I'll say you start to climb down and you slip. And let's see. I'll give you use a dex check to see if you can grab onto like a root or something.
I'm gonna try. I do have a pretty good dex. Oh, I got a 7, which is better than my dex, which is 17.
Right. Okay, good. So yeah, we'll say, about 10 feet down, you'll be able to grab onto a root that's hanging out and kind of save yourself from falling.
Okay, so then I realized that I probably shouldn't have been climbing down with the incense in my hand. So I put it out and I put it back in my pocket and I finished climbing the rest of the way down.
Nice.
Okay.
That can be done.
Sagara
Yeah, I
will
rolled a
look over
6.
the ledge.
Who's going?
Huh?
Oh, wait, Aiko, you rolled a 6?
Yeah.
Okay, so same thing, make a dex save as you're kind of stumbling down this the face of this
Oh
This,
goodness.
cliff.
Whew. Okay. Made it.
Okay, nice. Oh, jeez.
What spirit? I thought you were gonna fly.
I rolled a 5.
Okay, same thing. Do a dex check as you slip as
yeah.
well.
I got a 2. My dex is higher than 2.
Okay, thank God, yeah.
We already have a 50% chance.
It's every one of us.
So, Sagara, you see 3 of your party members just kind of fucking up real bad and just falling. Oh, jeez.
It's wet. It's slippy, It's
Yeah, it's
Surely
scary
Sagara
too.
has this. Sagara got a 5.
I'm going to stand back so he doesn't land on me.
Okay, so do a dexterity check. See if you can grab onto anything as you start to fall.
I pass it by 5.
Nice.
Okay, good. Yeah,
I
and you'll
say.
probably grab onto like stick your fingers into the dirt there and slide and grab a rock that's in the face.
Should I roll for a
And you can,
Clarissa too?
climb down.
My henchman right has to roll for it.
Yeah,
Oh, she got a one.
definitely. If you have
Yeah, so Clarissa just with her 10-foot pole climbs down like no problem. Like,
yeah, she'll just like slide
she's
down a
just
rope
gonna-
like it's
Yeah.
not a big deal.
she's a kid. She just no problem down.
I'm going to put away my rapier and wield the spear that we got earlier, and I'll take out the shield.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Very good. Okay, so you're all down there somehow.
Getting up's going to be the problem.
Yeah, that'll be fun. But yeah, like I said, so about 200 yards away in the center of this like valley area is this very, very, very dense thicket of trees. It doesn't look terribly large, but it is with a golden fence kind of in front of it. It's shut. Then, like I said, there's fog behind it. Aside from that, you can't make out any details without getting closer. Please be a 1. Nope.
Okay.
Okay. So what do you want me to do? He's what?
He's hustling, man, to that golden gate.
Oh yeah. Okay, great.
I keep my distance. I have a bad feeling about
Okay.
this.
I'm going to stay 15 feet behind Sagara.
Not bad.
Yeah, I'm
And
with
as
him.
Sagara, as Sagara and Hisashi, I guess, get up to the gates, you would see that it is in fact made of gold, and it has some strange markings on it. There's two handles that look like it could be pulled open. They're both dragons' faces. Their mouths are open, and it's just ornately made. It is definitely gold. And again, behind that, right behind it, like up against the back of it, but not coming through the bars, is a very thick fog. Very, very, very thick and cloudy. And it's probably like 15 feet wide. So each gate's probably, more or less like 7 feet wide or something.
Huh.
Sagara will start stroking it with his hand, and he'll stop. You'll hear, oh, Nani, it's real gold. He'll fall down to his knees. Oh, Sagara's a rich man. He could be a lord himself. And his hands go up. He just starts laughing like a maniac.
Holy man, I think he has a kind of fit.
Yeah, so I look at the gold and I say, this doesn't seem natural. Though dragons are often symbols of protection. There is no good or bad. So it's hard to say if this is some kind of area that's being protected by this magician. I'm gonna guess that it is.
I mean, it's obvious, right? I stare at the gate.
There's strange writing on it. Perhaps it is the language of the spirits. Can you read it, demon?
She can try. She can do a language check.
Oh.
In fact, anyone can try to do it with a language check if they want.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'll try. Let's see if I
What's
speak
that?
spirit.
D6 or
Yeah, it'd be a D6.
Nope.
1?
Sagara got a 5.
You get a 1?
Okay.
Yeah.
A 1 means you can read it.
Yep. So, Father John, you would somehow,
I've dabbled in the past.
yes, you've dabbled in strange Japanese occultism, and it would say, let's see, here enters the garden of the past.
Oh. Well, that sounds
What
good.
language is that?
It's a lost language, but
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Lost Japanese.
yes, lost Japanese magical mystical language.
I'm a scholar of mystical arts so that I can better fight them.
But yeah, aside from that, what would you like to do as you now?
Stay outside.
Say it. See if I can pry any pieces of this dragon off the door.
Don't open the door.
That's actually a good thing. So you can roll, perhaps do a strength check. Why not? Yeah.
Strength check. Okay. I like where this is going.
Yeah.
Succeed by 5.
Oh, okay. So we'll say somehow you managed to wedge off one of the dragon heads, and it's probably like it's heavy. It's pretty freaking heavy. It's about the size of a basketball, we'll say.
Holy crap.
It's pretty solid gold.
You
That's
are
a lot of
strong,
gold.
Sagara.
Yeah, he'll be like grunting and straining. He'll put his like leg up, bend his knee, and tear it off. It'll go flying.
Perhaps we have found enough. What do you think, Sagara? Maybe we should leave now.
1/4 of this dragon head would be quite a bit of money.
So at that, I say, the goal here is to, your money will be no use to you if this magician brings forth evil on the land.
I
Let
know
us
of
take
other
care-
lands, Sagara. Lands where a rich man can live very well.
Oh,
All life is connected to a stream. You cannot run from the destiny. It will follow you.
Tell me of these lands, John.
Oh, you'd be much respected there because you would be rich.
And do these lands, do they have lords and warriors as well?
Oh, of course they do. Much like here, except you'd be rich.
This land interests me.
Perhaps we should book passage. I'm trying to get out of here, and with this dragon's head, I think we can get out of this terrible, terrible country.
What do you two say?
I say you cannot escape your lack of honor if you go back on your word.
You see the elf nodding in the background.
You too, apprentice?
You too, brute.
Two-way brute.
Your words sober me. You're right, of course. I must restore what little honor I have.
So are the gates going to be opened? Do you want to take the other dragon head? Both? Run away?
Yeah, let's try to pull the other dragon head off though.
Goodness.
First things first, yeah.
Yeah, why not? So,
Ooh, that one I succeed by 12.
Nice.
oh yeah, that one comes off just no problem.
Okay, so on the way back we can take these and we'll divide them up.
Let's see how heavy are they going to be though? Because they're pretty heavy.
We can cut the 10-foot pole that I have in half, and then we can make like a litter to carry it.
As long as we're not running from anything terrifying at the time.
Nah,
Yeah,
that would never happen.
They're each going to be considered like an oversized item. So whatever that'll have an effect on your encumbrance.
Well, that's not bad. I'm not carrying anything, so I can carry when we leave. Well,
Nice.
I have no encumbrance. I'm at 0.
Oh, cool. Very
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm at 1 with the spear in my hand, but I'll drop that once. No, I'm at 0 because I gave away my food.
good. Mm-hmm.
So an
Okay.
oversized counts as 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I would still be. It's the same full movement.
Very good. Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually very happy about getting the gold because I'm going to give it to charity. So this could feed a lot of poor people.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
The elders will love you for this.
Yeah, the elders
Okay.
can.
Let me see
Yeah.
really quick how much that would be. Yeah, I'll tell you how much it's worth if you'll get back to town. But yeah, you know it's quite a bit.
But yeah, basketball sized piece of gold is good to ripple.
Cigar
there-
will,
Sorry, go ahead.
he'll start pulling them behind the tree to hide them just in case any other people come. I doubt they would, but
That's a good idea.
and he'll say, perhaps apprentice, with your money you can open a school and teach other generations my swordsmanship, huh?
You get again that stare at you, like it's an empty stare, like a non-believer in what is being heard.
Oh, come on, don't look at me like that. The bond between a master and their student surpasses all things.
You hear a deep sigh, and again you hear a rustling as she turns around in her gown and walks up to the tunnel or the entrance. And I would like to do again my elven thing to look if there is anything weird in that tunnel. Can I roll?
To check like the fog.
Yeah, like if I see anything inside or feel
Sure.
secret things.
So you want to stick your hand in the fog through the gate?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to stick a spear through the gate first?
Yeah. Before you stick your hand in there.
I already rolled.
Oh.
Rolled a
Okay.
3.
Wood spirit. What are you doing?
Nothing happens, but it is your hand's incredibly cold. If you stick it through like the bars of the gate and into the fog behind it, it's just really, really cold. Not dangerously, but it's not normal.
This is unnaturally cold as she takes her hands back through the gate. Ooh.
Okay.
Let's see. Is anyone checking the gate, see if it's locked? Actually, you know what? Whenever you're breaking off the heads of the dragon, we'll say that second one pulled the gate open. That obviously wasn't locked, but I think the pressure would have probably popped it open.
Yeah.
Does the fog like roll out now?
No, it's not moving.
Oh.
Or it's kind of moving, but it's not coming forward. It's just like almost against a barrier there.
Hi, Sagara, maybe you can do your wind technique to clear the fog.
Of course. I'll slap both of my knees and like squat down and take the naginata in front of me and start spinning it like a windmill.
I will stand well back.
And it doesn't seem to have any effect on the fog there. You might see a little bit of, it might move a little bit, but it's so thick you can't. It's not like dispersing or something.
I will stop and slam the naginata into the ground and get a surprised look. Nani? The technique had no effect.
Oof. This is obviously
What a surprise!
not natural. Have you seen these things before in the demon worlds?
I have not seen anything like this.
Are you also a demon?
No, but
Yeah, I think he was talking to me, Gaijin, holy man. But I shake my head. No, I haven't seen this in my demon world.
Okay.
A demon that has inherited the sword technique of heaven. Poetic.
I like it. There will be poems written.
What do you know about poems?
Me?
I know, a couple haikus.
Oh. I pull out a torch and light it, and I hold it into the fog.
Again, it's just your hand's cold. How far do you stick your hand in, though?
I would like to have my hand still outside, but the torch inside.
Okay, just the torch. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
I will
Nothing
stick
happens?
my spear in as far as I can without putting my hand in there.
Do you pull the torch out, or do you want to just leave
Yeah,
it
after a few moments, I get it back.
in? Yeah, the torch is out now. It's put out.
Oh.
And the spear, Father John, would just be kind of cold to the touch, where you had stuck it in.
An excellent haiku, Sagara. An excellent poem. Now, I'm just going to stride into the mist, holding my spear and my shield.
Okay. So you're the first one in, yeah. Okay, so let's see what happens in this. All right, so you walk in, and as soon as you step through, you see and hear nothing behind you at all. It's like you're just in the middle of this thickness, just fog all around you. You can't see more than like a few inches in front. It's just very, very thick fog. And you're hearing voices in tons of different languages coming from all directions around you, kind of whispering, kind of laughing. And make a saving throw versus, what is it? Because I had it written for that other system. Wait.
I got a 2. It doesn't matter what it's against.
Okay, yeah. So I guess
Is it versus Death Ray?
No, it's not versus Death Ray. Wait. Damn, I don't have a character.
Nullification.
Paralyzed,
Awesome.
poison, breath weapon, magic device.
Ah,
magic.
yes. Yeah, I guess it would be versus magic. Yeah, that's what you're going to try to save against. So,
I fail all of them.
okay, so you do fail. And what happens is... Okay, so you find that you can't move. You're just kind of... like, it feels like you're frozen in fear almost, and you're going to take a little bit of magical damage. As these voices get incredibly loud in your ears, causing some hearing damage. Take 4 damage, actually.
Whoa, okay.
And it feels like the pain's coming through your ears and into your skull.
So is he deep into the fog so we can't see him?
As soon as he went in, he disappeared.
Okay. All right. So if I wait like a couple of seconds, and if nothing happens, I take the non-pointy end of the spear and I push it in where he was. Do I feel contact?
No.
Okay. So I say, I don't think he waited for us. He's probably trying to escape.
Where to, holy man?
Unless that
To these
hungry
other
cloud ate
lands.
him.
That could also be the case. So I take out some incense and I do some prayers of to the fog spirits.
Mm.
And while I do that, Clarissa will light the lantern, and then when we're ready, we'll go in. We'll say, well, we must join our friend one way or the other.
Perhaps we should use one of these ropes and tie it around the next person that goes in waist.
The elf looks impressed at you.
You're a wise warrior.
he'll smile like ear to ear.
Nice. So, all right, so I'll put it around my waist and then I'll
Yeah, let's do that.
we'll do like a little train.
Okay, so you and Clarissa are going in?
Yeah, I guess I'll go in and then with Clarissa behind me.
And I'll be holding the rope.
Okay. So as Hisashi and Clarissa enter the fog, you're both going to make a magic save, but behind you, just really quick, Sagara, you would feel the rope just go limp, like it'll fall to the ground, basically. And Hisashi and Clarissa, you'd recognize it. You feel that there's no more rope around you.
Oh, it disappeared. Oh, wow. Okay, I make it. Let's see.
Nice.
18. Let's see if, well, let me just go out. Oh, no, she's going to fail no matter what. She only got an 8. So Clarissa fails. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so she's going to, again, she'll be hearing all these strange languages being spoken. She'll take 3 points of damage as these voices get incredibly loud and boom through her head.
Do I see her?
And she's kind of frozen now. Yeah, she's probably right behind you. You could feel her if you turn, like, stick your hand back.
Because we're walking together, and all of a sudden I'm assuming she stops because she gets frozen.
Definitely. And you can only see a few inches in front of you at max, but if you're really close, of course, you can see her.
I'm pretty close. Do I see her lantern, or did the lantern go out?
The lantern's out, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
She's just kind of frozen in place.
I'm going to feel back and touch her, and so I know she's there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to, like, pull her up, and she's only a little thing, so I'll just pull her close to me so I can kind of carry her-ish. Like, not over my shoulder, but, like, and then I'm going to start to move forward.
Okay, and basically, I guess mechanically really quick, Greg as well, basically, if you can make a successful save versus paralysis, you'll be able to get out, and you won't sustain further damage, basically. But you are frozen until you make that save.
Do I bump into him as I start to move forward?
No, you don't, actually.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Cool.
So I'm dragging her forward until I can't go anymore, until I see something.
Cool.
Or I yell back. I say, I've entered the spirit world. Prepare yourself. And then I move forward.
Very good. And as you step forward, after what feels like not so many steps, you do find the fog. You find yourself passing through, and you're kind of looks like, let's see, you're in front of this incredibly large garden. It just looks kind of beautiful. Above you, it's the fog. Around you is the fog, like far off, but kind of surrounding this area. But there is like a nice walkway in front of you, maybe 50 feet away. That's where it starts, and yeah, it's a large garden.
All right, so I'm gonna pull Clarissa down into the grass, like put her down, and I'm gonna sit and meditate and wait for the rest of the people.
Very cool.
And then I guess whenever I can make another saving throw for her, I will.
Nice. And what about the rest of you?
Sagara's gonna yank on the rope really hard. Does it come out of the fog?
Yeah, you can pull it back out.
So it'll come snaking out over my back, and I'll look at Ika and say, "No, my strength has obliterated them."
I don't think it was you. And I don't think we have any other choice than following them. That's what honor is about.
Mm.
And she looks at him intently.
Suicide pact, then. We enter at the same time.
If you choose to name it that, and she holds out her hand.
Yeah, I'll take it and start walking into the gate.
Yep.
Very good. Yeah, and as you both cross the threshold there, make saves versus magic.
Oh, I badly failed.
Nice.
Oh, I failed as well.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
man.
Sagara, you'll take 1 point of damage as these voices are cackling in your ears. A strange tongue. 1 damage as well for you, Aika.
Okay.
You said they're in many different languages?
Yes.
I would like to roll those languages, Mr. GM.
All
Okay.
30.
Yeah, let's do a language check to see if you can pick up on anything.
Really?
No,
Yeah,
I
why
got
not?
3. I don't.
Okay.
I want to roll. Hold on. Oh,
Yeah, sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'll do the
shouldn't
same.
even
See if I
bother.
recognize anything.
Cool. Does anyone succeed?
I got a 2. That's a fail,
No.
right?
Yeah, unless you have a higher intelligence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Int 9.
I
Okay,
know.
so actually, Clarissa is going to try as well.
Well, y'all are out of the fog now, actually.
Oh, so she doesn't even have the voice anymore? Is she unparalyzed?
No, no. It's even if she's paralyzed, she's not hearing it. You're only hearing the voices basically during the fog.
Okay, cool.
So no one recognizes anything, but anyone who's paralyzed, of course, can now start trying to get out of it. And if you can succeed at paralysis, you're good.
17. Okay, so she gets out of it.
Am I paralyzed now with that failed magic save?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
I fail paralysis.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so you're just going to continue being frozen there, and you can keep taking the save basically until you're out.
I failed as well.
Nice. And as you're sitting there, the voices again are cackling
Oh my
and talking
God.
and chattering and all these things, but you're not
Oh
taking
my
more damage. Not
What
yet.
does
4 more, I pass.
I just got a critical save,
four.
critical fail as well.
Okay, so we have 4, so every 2 fail. Okay, so you'll take an additional 3 points, Aika.
I failed multiple times as well.
How many
Clerics
times? Do you know? Oh, wait,
Clerics don't get a bonus, right, against paralysis in this system.
No.
No.
You get, well, if you have a high int, then you get a bonus against magic effects.
No, unfortunately,
Basically,
I failed
tell me
1,
every
2,
2
3,
fails.
4, 5, 6,
Oh, God.
It
6.
it just took me
Yeah.
7 times to get it.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
so you all.
Yeah, I got out in the 7th time.
Okay, great. So every 2 fails, basically, you'll take damage. All right, so let's see, Greg, you'll take 2. Aika, I think, what did I say? I already forgot.
3.
Yeah, 3. There we go.
Mhm.
And then Andrew Sagaria will take. You said it was on your 7th, Andrew.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So that's 1, 2. So 3 for you as well. And if you would walk forward, of course, you would get out, shaking off the voices in your head and the pain in your ears.
I'm going to cast Cure Light Wounds on myself now as soon as I'm out of this
Yeah,
mist.
go for it.
It's probably
yeah,
a good idea.
Yeah.
5.
I will.
Cool.
I come out of
Nice.
the mist like swinging my sword around, like trying to attack these spirits that are molesting me.
And all you would see in front of you as you come out the fog are your other companions who are there.
How badly hurt are you, Cigar?
My flesh shows no wounds, but they did something to my head. They got in there.
I think that was the status you had before.
Well, yes,
You're only confused.
I've always been slow, but no, it's something else. It's like they were re-stitching together the fabric of my mind.
Okay, so
And the
out of
elf
character.
says, I agree. I had some
down.
problems there as well.
He's down 6 hit points.
Okay, I think I'll cast my last Cure Light Wounds on you then, or Micah. So out of character, I've got 1 Cure Light Wounds left. Who
I
wants
have
it?
still 3, so I think I'll look better than Andrew, right?
What's your total HP though?
7.
Yeah, give it
So
to
that
her.
went to you. No, it would be a waste then, I think.
I'm a fighter though. I have a lot of HP.
Okay.
Okay, Mike, it is for 5.
Okay, cool. And I'm fully in.
Okay. So yeah, you guys are all out of there, guys and girls. Basically, yeah, like I said, it's just this. You see this large garden in front of you. It's very beautiful. There's no sky. You're just surrounded by fog, but it's a pretty big area. like where the sky would be. It's just fog, basically. Of course, far off to your left and right and all around, just the same fog, as well as, behind you. And again, yeah, 50 feet out, you see this pretty ornate pathway heading into this garden. And it doesn't look terribly large. It's kind of a pretty narrow garden, but it looks nice. Okay. So what would you like to do?
So once everybody comes out, and I'm meditating, and once I see that they're all done doing what they're doing, I'll get up and I'll say, "This is not a natural place. We're definitely in the land of the spirits.
Definitely where the magician might have his base." And I walk forward into the direction of the garden. Are there familiar plants, or is it everything like totally,
Yeah, as you get into the garden, you're seeing familiar plants, you're seeing strange plants, you're seeing also just kind of scattered about just on the path in front of you, kind of maybe in little alcoves and things, just strange like relics and things, and maybe artwork and things you don't recognize. Just
but
odd.
it is like a cave, or what did you say?
It's just a garden, just like a large outdoor garden.
Oh, okay. And does it extend as wide as we can see?
No, it's not that big. Feet-wise, I don't know, but it's not terribly large.
Is there a normal sky above?
No, just fog.
And
Kind
at the end of the garden, doors or houses?
Yeah,
or what is that?
Kind of far away in the center of the garden, you can see what you guess is the center. There's like this stone archway that like a little stone, not hut, but little stone building. It's like a singular open archway, kind of.
I point at it that way.
Okay. Yeah, I start walking in that direction.
Perhaps some of these herbs and flowers have healing properties, medicinal. And I wanted to see if I can bushcraft any of their identities.
Nice.
Yeah, go for it.
Ooh, actually rolled a 1.
Nice.
Nice, very nice. And you would recognize some as being poisonous, but there are in fact some. A nice yellow flower. Looks like it would have medicinal qualities if you consume it.
Yes, I'll go over and I'll pick the yellow flower and I'll say, blush of geisha. And I'll start biting the end of it.
Is there enough for somebody else to have some, or is it just one?
Definitely. No, there's like a bush of it, and you can recover 1d4 hit points
Okay,
if you eat that.
All right, good. Because Clarsha's.
Let's see, how many would
I'll
there
take
be?
some too.
It's actually going to be.
Back up.
Nice.
Okay, so there's going to be, we'll say 14 total of these petals you can grab.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, so we'll harvest as many of those petals as I can. Now, this other one that I think is poisonous. Is there do I see rocks nearby? Because I want to pick one of them and try to grind it and coat my blade with it.
Yeah, sure. There's probably some stones, probably maybe around like a little, pond or something.
And as I'm doing so, I will look at my apprentice and say, "Divert your eyes, apprentice. What I'm doing is unsavory, low, and unskillful."
Okay. you can make you can coat your blade with this poison, and the next hit it'll do some poison damage. We'll say.
Now, is it going to be Lamentations style where they have to save against it or die?
Yes, absolutely.
Don't rub your eye there.
Oh wow.
Yeah. You don't want to consume this one.
This is the point in the game where if I now roll a critical failure with an attack, I kill myself.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Why not?
You can thank Save or Die podcast for that. I heard it on there.
Very good. So that'll be save versus die. Okay, good. Yeah. So basically, y'all want to head towards this stone structure. and I'm assuming. Let's see.
Yeah, enthusiastically.
Poison. Okay, yeah. And like I said, you're walking. It's maybe 100 feet away, and kind of surrounding you, just as you're heading down, you see, strange columns. Kind of that, like in one spot, you see like maybe the bones of, some creatures in one spot, and it's all kind of arranged in this odd garden just along this pathway. And some of these, actually all of them, you won't recognize maybe the civilizations where these things are from. Just kind of very odd and out of place.
Anachronistic, yeah?
Yes, a bit. Yeah.
It describes the garden of the past on the writing, wasn't it?
Right. But how time works, we're not quite sure. Is it a circle? Is it not a circle? Who knows? So you're walking, but as you're walking, you hear, I think you would hear it before you see it, kind of like the sound of like tongues, kind of slapping around, I guess, start to describe. And coming out of one of the side gardens there is this Akaname, which you would recognize as this long-tongued creature, kind of lives near human waste and death. And it's just kind of walking out one of these gardens, its tongue kind of slapping around and saliva falling off of it. It otherwise just looks like this. It's like this nude, like human-shaped creature with very frizzy, unkempt hair. Its eyes are quite large, and its tongue is, like I said, lashing around. So roll initiative as this creature spots you and begins creepily heading towards you.
No, doesn't seem like a very good thing.
At least for initiative, I'm good.
So 8.
Let's see, so we have an 8, so that would be, and then we had a 6. Okay.
I get a +1 to that. Now, I don't know if I added that. I've never used this dice stream for adding mods. I hit +1 beside it, so I don't know if it included it or not. Anyone use the thing?
Yeah, I guess it probably did. I haven't used it in a long time, but yeah, let's see.
I'm just going to roll a +6 out of curiosity, see what number I get. No, okay, so it doesn't include it. Okay, that's useless.
So
I got
you're
a
at 7, yeah.
Unless you roll a -3.
Yeah.
touche.
It is true. Okay, cool. So we'll start with the top with Hisashi on the 8.
Okay, so this is a humanoid type thing, but it eats garbage.
Yeah, you would recognize it, maybe from folk tales. It lives kind of close to where there's usually some kind of like human.
Do I recognize it as like a human, or would I think of it as like a demon?
Yeah, you would think of it as a demon. It's a mystical creature. You've never seen one, but you've heard.
Yeah, no, I've never seen it before.
Yeah.
So I see it, and I'm kind of a non-violent person, but I'm going to. I have the spear in my hand, I guess. So how far away is it?
About 20 feet. And approaching.
You know what? Because it's some kind of a demon, I'm probably going to want to kill it or get rid of it. So I will charge at it with the spear.
Okay.
And I say, "Forgive me, demon, but I must send you back from whence you came." And I charge.
Yeah.
With 19.
Oh yeah, 19 will hit.
Does it charge this extra damage, right? In Lamentations, or just bonus to hit?
Double damage, man.
Double damage. Okay, with the spear. And a 6. Boom, 12 points.
Oh geez. Yeah, so as this thing's approaching and you charge it, you don't kill it, but man, you really hurt it.
Yeah, I run it through with the spear. And also Clarissa moves back. I got a combat.
Okay. So let's see who is next. Next we have Father John.
So, seeing the bravery of my Eastern colleague, I don't want to let down the side, and I'm going to charge with my spear as well. Oh! Unfortunately, I trip over the spear.
Oh no!
Damn. And yeah, you trip over your spear, and sadly do not do anything to this creature as we go to Aika.
Aika stands there for a split second, whispering, "Ancestors, help me." And this time, ha! Natural 20.
Nice.
Take
Oh,
that.
geez. Very good.
7 damage.
My teachings
I
are
mean,
flawless.
Yeah, I knew that. For fuck's sake.
From the ground, I'd say, good work, Sagara.
Yeah, and you can describe
Well done, master.
describe finishing this creature off. Actually, jeez.
She charges it and drives her katana right through its middle. And as she hears what her master says, she just turns around, staring again with her usual stare at him. "Those were my ancestors. Don't you dare say that it was your doing."
Well, I did
Yeah.
recently teach you.
That creature is your ancestor?
You know nothing, Gaijin. You know nothing, Gaijin.
Oh yeah.
This is a momentous occasion. That was so skillfully done. The way you held the blade, a lover's grasp. Not too tight, but not too loose. And Sagara's really getting into it.
So I my spear is stuck in it, and it's sitting on the ground. So it's kind of like the spear sticking up in the air. I make like a little, or with some of that paper that we got, I make like a little origami flag, and I write some symbols on it, and I just like leave it there.
Nice.
With a prayer, and I leave the spear because I don't want to use it anymore because it killed the creature.
Okay, not a problem.
I'm a little sad because it
Yeah,
had to be
definitely.
done.
And yeah, so whether or not the gods smile, ooh, look at this. Excuse me. Whew.
Bless you.
Ooh. Forgot what I was saying. Oh, whether or not the gods smile on you, you won't know. But for respecting this creature. But yeah, you're safely out of combat at this point. Not terribly far off from the stone hut archway deal.
So I
surrounding.
say before we move forward, I say to Sagara, I say, Master Swordsman, I think we're about to reach a dangerous point in our journey, and I say, may the blessings of the spirits be with you, and I cast Blessed on you. So you have 4 points that you can use for any dice rolls except for damage.
Ooh, excellent.
Yes,
So
you are
yeah.
blessed. Yeah.
So Sagara
Nice.
feels blessed at the compliment, that like the words Master Swordsman ring in his ears.
Nice.
Ah, it is that time. Thank you. I am prepared for my destiny.
Okay, very nice. Let me check a few things. Okay, and actually, as you're standing there, you hear this kind of cackling laughter, kind of high-pitched. It's a man, male voice, kind of echoes through this whole area, and is gone within seconds.
So, at the declaration of being a Master Swordsman, a phantom voice just laughed at me and disappeared.
Right. So I say, it sounds as if it is the baboon spirits.
From the highest summit to the lowest low.
Okay. So I guess we're gonna move forward into the stone structure, I guess.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it looks like this. Like I said, maybe a 8-foot tall like archway. It's maybe 4 feet wide, 5 feet wide. And as far as the stone building around it, it's not very deep. It's like maybe 7 feet deep.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So you're moving into it or just up to it?
Well, I'm gonna move up to it, and then I'm gonna take one of my torches. I'll take a torch out and light it.
Nice.
Okay. And then I'm just gonna like toss it into the doorway.
Cool. And yeah, it'll go right in, and it'll land on the floor, and you can see it illuminated. There's like a manhole kind of in the ground, a circular kind of like porthole that looks like it could be pulled open. with a ring handle.
Okay. I reach in and grab my torch, pull it back up.
Yeah, definitely.
So I guess this is where we're going. Down.
We have to walk where the magician sends us, right? We're in his hand.
Yeah, I agree.
And as you say, magician, the cackling laughter comes back and is gone almost instantaneously.
Okay, so I'll just grab it and try to open it. I'm not tremendously strong. I have a 12 strength, so I'm like average.
Okay. Let's see. Actually it'll pull right open. Actually, it's not locked and there's not much resistance.
Cool. I open it up
And,
with a torch.
Yeah, definitely. And you are absolutely just staring down a dark ladder, like heading into darkness. Not a dark ladder, a ladder heading into darkness.
Yeah. It could be dark as well.
Yeah.
It could be a dark ladder. It's probably made of stone or iron or
So I take one of the origami cranes that I made, and I light it on fire with the torch, like just a little bit, and then I drop it so it flutters down.
Oh, nice. Yeah. It'll keep going, and eventually it just disappears into darkness.
Did it seem like it burnt out before it got to the bottom, or that it just got far away and I couldn't see it? Or can I not?
It got far away, and you just couldn't see it. But you're not really sure. Yeah, you won't be able to tell, I think.
All right. It's pretty deep down there, guys.
Oh,
Clarissa,
do we need a rope again? You hear a scared voice behind you.
Don't have enough rope.
But there's a ladder. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, since Clarissa has a lantern, well, actually, I can probably do. Yeah, you can't do it with the torch. So I'll put the torch out. I'll light the lantern, and then with a rope, right, we'll start to lower the lantern down to 50 feet.
Okay.
See if I touch the bottom.
And it'll go down maybe 40 feet, almost to the end of the rope, and it does feel like it stops.
Ah, okay, that's not too bad. I leave it there, so that way I'm not climbing into the darkness, and then I'll climb down.
Nice.
I'll say, going down.
Yeah, and you'll hit the bottom, no problem. With the
falling.
Hit the bottom.
after you all fall, no, you'll make it down, no problem. It's a pretty secure ladder. But when you hit the bottom with the torch, the lantern down there, you would see another kind of similar circular manhole. Looks like it could be pushed open rather than pulled this time.
Oh, interesting. Did it go deeper? Or is it to the side? I mean, it's on the ground. That's what I'm asking.
It's it's on the ground. Yeah.
Okay.
The bottom of this well.
Cool. All right. So I wait till everybody comes down. I mean, I call up to them. There's
I'm followed behind.
There's not enough room now. There's not enough room for you all to be standing on there. It's probably just one person at a time could be standing.
I'm waiting the ladder above you. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So as I know that they're starting to follow me, I will. I don't want them to climb into darkness. Nobody else has a lantern, right? So
I have a lantern.
Oh, you do? Okay. So so I take the lantern then in my hand, and I climb down with the lantern.
Nice. Okay, so you open this hole, yeah, and that's what you're doing, yeah. You wanted to open.
Yeah, I want to open the hole if I can. And then,
cool.
My plan is to climb down.
So when you open it, even with the intentions perhaps to climb, it's like it opens almost sideways. And you're looking down, kind of maybe 6 feet down. We'll say actually 6 to 8. So 8 feet down, you see a stone pathway. And if you would look down to your right, not terribly far off, looks like there is the mouth of a large cave kind of built into the fog. And there's like stone sconces along their torch holders basically along this path. They're all lit with a green flame. And yeah,
it's already lit then.
Oh yeah,
but there's no ladder. It's just basically a drop.
Yep. Out of the fog onto a pathway, basically. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, I can hold on to the edge and just like drop down, no problem, right?
Yeah. You won't take damage.
I mean, we have an additional 10 feet on the rope because it's a 50-foot rope, so I'll dangle that down so we can climb back up.
Yeah, and as your feet hit the ground, you hear this gong kind of sounds from all around you. Kind of echo out, fade out.
So I hear a gong.
Mm.
I quickly say, that wasn't me.
I'll drop down behind you.
Okay, and as your feet hit, again, the same gong echoes
That
out.
definitely wasn't me either.
What are you guys doing up there?
Yeah, Sagara will go down as well.
Yeah, I go last so I can fall soft.
And as both of you, whoever hit anyone who hits the ground, basically, it's going to be a gong ringing out. But
Now,
nothing happens from that.
Sagara, thinking this is some kind of like really crappy alarm system, he'll jump up again and see if the gong goes off.
Let's pretend there's an army here. Let's all jump up and down repeatedly.
Does that work?
No, nothing happens
Oh,
as you're
man.
kind of jumping there. You'll
That's
just
too
hear
bad.
just hear your feet hitting the ground. But however, from the mouth of the cave, as you're all kind of standing there jumping, you see this large eye come floating out. It's not terribly large, but it's just this massive eye, and it has many little like tentacles with eyes on the ends, and it comes flying towards you. And so we're gonna roll initiative as this eye is coming to
Flying
investigate.
eye
dinner
creatures
gong,
are
is it?
never a good thing.
Sagara will yell, "Don't
Oh.
move! It probably doesn't have depth perception."
Probably true.
I got a 6.
Four.
Great for me. Oh, I'm so fast.
Out of 5.
Okay, so we have an 8, 4, a 5, and Greg is on a 5. Or you're on a 6, Greg, with the
Yeah,
plus
with the
one.
plus
Yeah.
one. How are you guys writing those messages above your portraits?
Oh, it's in the chat there. If you click on the
Oh,
far
the
left
chat.
of the screen, there's the
Uh-huh.
chat button.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like a blue message box.
Okay, cool.
And there's a
Thanks.
chat. Oh yeah. So let's see. So we'll have whatchamacallits. So okay, so yeah, Daniel Hisashi, you can act first if you want.
All right. Well, we're just standing there, so I'm gonna draw my sword and attack this thing because this can't be good news. Once again, I apologize to it. I say, I'm sorry, demon, but you must be removed. You are in our path. And I strike it with a -2 because I'm drawing and striking at the same time.
Nice.
And that time I miss. I only roll a 2. So
Yeah, that will miss.
Yeah.
It's AC of 12.
yes, I am very clumsy when I'm trying to draw and attack at the same time.
Okay,
And then Clarissa backs up.
very nice. And then next we have Greg, Father John.
I'm going to bravely stab from the second row over Hisachi's shoulder with my spear.
Nice.
Nice.
And I get a 15.
And that will hit.
Take that for 1 damage.
Nice.
Clearly
Maybe-
right in the middle of the body.
Yeah,
I always do it.
you might take off one of its little eyes that's kind of floating around it, but squirming around.
Sagara, I need your help. Advise me.
Yeah, and it does go to Cigar's turn as his eyes struck.
What range is it from me?
Like it's probably being engaged, so maybe like 15 feet.
Okay, cool. I'm going to I reskinned daggers as shurikens. So I'm gonna pull a shuriken out of the back of my belt, and once again I'm gonna yell, "Divert your eyes, apprentice! More unskill!" And I'm going to chuck it at the eyeball.
Nice.
Very nice.
So I'll have a -2 from drawing it. So what's that? It'd be a 12.
And that'll hit.
Nice.
Yeah, that matches its AC.
Oh, nice. Okay. Let's see what we get. Ooh, that'd be 4 points of damage.
Nice.
3, 4. Yeah, and it's bloodied up, and its eyes like very narrow. It's like almost closed at this point. And it is. Yeah, it's still standing there. As we go to Aika.
You hear her whispering again. Ancestors, guide me. Again. I get a headache. 2. No.
Nice. Yeah, the 2 is not quite enough. Let's see. It is going to go for. Okay, it's going to go for Sagara. Sagara. It's going to try to send some of its little eyes to hit you with an 18. So.
Yep, that hits.
Get shot eyeballs at him. Oh my god!
Like the tentacles just kind of like
Stretch.
forward stretch
Oh,
out.
oh wow!
So 3 points as it some sticky, gooey, weird eyes kind of peck at you.
Oh.
Gooey tentacles.
Yeah, so as
Clean
each
that
one
off,
of them,
Sagara.
each one of them hits me, and then I'll like chop after it hits me, like I'm trying to parry it.
Nice. Very good. Okay, we go back to the top with Isashi.
Because these tentacles like stretched past me to attack my friend, so I'm just gonna try to chop at it while it's there with my sword.
Mhm.
That time, I also miss with a 10. Apparently, the sword is not my thing.
Yeah, and you'll just slice at the air as it goes to Father John.
Okay, I will try and stab it with my spear. Ah, not so much.
Yeah.
This thing's
Again,
amazing.
yeah.
A lot of
Mimicking your friend Hisashi, you stab at the air as it goes to Sagara.
Sagara missing and just getting whipped by these tentacles will duck and sheath his sword. He's gonna jump forward and try to just poke the eye with his 2 fingers, just like
Nice.
hard thrust right in the
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh, that's a good one. So that would be a 20.
Nice.
Oh, and you can describe how you poke it to death. Basically, it has one hit point.
So I will my 2 fingers will hit it like right in the pupil, and my hand will like seep really, really deep into the eyeball, and it'll go like all the way down to my elbow, and I'll grab a stem and just rip it out.
Oh yeah, nice and gory, and yeah, with that you're out of combat, and yeah,
I'm disgusted.
Yeah, this gory eye with many eyes, dead before you.
Ugh.
Oof. All right, I'm gonna sheath my sword.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my spear away and take out my rapier because that works better.
Yeah. So I this thing, I don't even know what to do with this thing. I say whatever words I can to the demon to release its spirit. But I'm a little bit grossed out by it, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm like throwing like ooze and ichor off of my arm.
Oh,
Okay, so let's see. So basically, yeah, just down, at the end of this pathway with the green flame torches, there's just the mouth of this cave, and it's stone. It's in the shape of a dragon, and its mouth is open, of course, but it looks like it's just like almost protruding just a bit from this wall of fog. Aside from that, there's no like details or writings or anything. There are some steps going up, maybe like 10 steps, kind of wide ones into the mouth.
Is there heat coming off of the torches, the green torches?
Yeah, it feels like normal fire. You want to touch it?
Well, no, I'm just putting my hand close. If it feels like normal fire, then I'm going to take one of the torches
Okay. Yeah, you can
as
definitely
a light source. Yeah, just in case we need it.
And it has a nice green glow.
Yeah, it could be a good weapon. I try not to use my sword if I can avoid it for obvious reasons now.
Yes,
Okay, so I'll now with the torch in hand, I'll walk into the mouth of the dragon, I guess.
I'll follow behind.
Okay. And so let's see, where's my descriptions? Yep. So you basically enter up and you're in this like entryway sort of room. Let's see, it is 10 by, so it's 20 feet deep, 30 feet wide, about 15 feet high, the ceilings are. Stone from the steps as you go in become older and more worn and natural looking as you enter the mouth of the cave. So you're just like kind of a stone floor below you. You hear there's a hallway in front of you, kind of a deep one, maybe from what you can see. And of course, it's lined with the same green torches. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's about 80 feet deep. And it looks like there's a hallway somewhere on the right side of that one, or something like an opening. Aside from that, yeah, you hear this faint sound just coming, kind of echoing down the hall in front of you. But it's pretty faint.
Is it like laughter? Creepy laughter?
It's not laughter. It almost sounds like maybe muted, like really muted, muffled talking or shouting, yelling, something.
Well, it sounds like where we need to go.
Indeed.
So I'm going to head towards the sound.
Yep, I'll walk along beside you.
Cool. And about 30 feet into this hallway, there's another hallway to your right, on the right side of this one, maybe 40 feet down. And there's a door on the right-hand side of that wall. And then again, of course, directly in front of you, you can continue another 50 feet before the hallway looks like it breaks off to the left. So basically, you can go right or straight.
Yeah, so I'm listening for the sound. Can I tell which direction it's coming from?
Yeah, it's straight ahead. Seems like.
Okay. If I just keep heading towards the sound.
Yep, I'll keep following along.
Very good. Let's see. Okay, so as you're walking, from around the corner, rounding the corner, you see one. Oh, damn, just one. Okay, so you see one. It's kind of a young man. He's holding just like a katana, kind of loosely at his side. He's just kind of marching through, and he rounds the corner and he sees you and he looks quite surprised. But we'll do initiative as this kind of henchman guy comes around the corner.
Let's get that time.
I got a 7.
5.
Okay, so a bunch of 5s and a 7. Okay, so Father John, you will go first.
I will charge him with my rapier. And I will probably miss. Let's see. I get a 4. Yes, called it.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Yeah, and that won't do anything, obviously. And then we'll go to Sagara.
Yeah, Sagara will try to stab this boy with his naginata. Not very honorable.
Okay.
That's 17.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. For 10 points of damage.
Wow.
Oh, you can describe destroying this guy, ending his life.
So I come running with the naginata out. Ah! My eyes widen and the boy's eyes widen and it stabs him in the chest. And I just lift him up and impale him into the ceiling.
Oh.
Oh yeah, he's done. He's just bleeding out.
Maybe he could have given us information. Looking up at him.
Yeah, and looking up, kind of studying him. He's wearing just this kind of black outfit with like kind of yellow, like a yellow band around his waist, as well as yellow like band around his forehead.
And Sagara will say as he's like heaving, if he's old enough to wear a katana, he is a man, and he will die like one.
Right. Well, we could have used the outfit for a disguise, but now it's covered in blood.
Not I. I don't think it would be convincing.
Yeah, probably not. So I kneel down and I like say a prayer over the child. How's that katana? Is it nice?
No, it's pretty mundane. It's
Okay.
old. It's sharp though.
Okay. All right, it's fine. I leave it. I mean, I just put it with him. I put it like in his hands.
Perhaps you should take it in case you have to abandon other weapons from guilt.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I was thinking about giving it to Clarissa, just in case I die, so I have a weapon. Yeah, you know what? Clarissa will take the katana.
Okay. Very good.
She's happy to have it. We think we can't talk. She doesn't talk.
Yes, it's very quiet.
There's a kind of creepy smile to her face now, though, since you got that.
Yeah, she's like, She takes that just in case if she has a weapon.
I will flourish the naginata and throw some blood off the end of it and say, "Mercy is my favorite tenet of Bushido."
Very good.
Okay.
So yeah.
So I want to at least drag him so he's around the corner.
Okay.
And he's
From
only
where-
visible from one side. That way, I mean, we can't really hide him, but
There is a lot of blood everywhere. I mean,
Yeah,
like
maybe.
everywhere, pointing at the ceiling.
This is probably true, but okay, and then we'll keep heading that direction.
Okay, yeah. So it's gonna be, let's see. So 50 feet before it, the hallway breaks off to the left, which would be heading south.
Okay, going back
Goes
one.
down 40 feet before again it'll break off to your right, heading west. 30 feet. But while you're all kind of rounding this corner, everyone roll a d6.
5.
Ooh, I got a 1.
5.
Okay. So Sagura, maybe you're kind of I don't know, like poking, tapping the wall as you're walking, doing something weird, or maybe your weapon just hits the wall or something. You do hear like a hollowed sound in the center of the wall on your left, almost like a hidden door.
Yeah, you'll see
Something.
me start like knocking on it with my hand.
Did you bang your head, Sagara? I heard a hollow sound. Are you okay?
Yes, I mean no. Yes. Ah, yes, hollow sound. Yes, and I'll kneel down and hit it again. And you'll hear the same sound, just like an empty sake barrel. There's something behind this wall.
Again, the stone wall pushes open, like swings open a bit. Kind of looking at this, so let's see, just like
It's on the north
10
side or the south side?
south side.
Okay.
And maybe 30 feet in front of you, there's like this statue, kind of in this small room, little half circular room, like half circle. It's a statue of a 7-foot tall man wearing strange clothing, with his statue obviously, but he has a long mustache and a very sharp goatee stretched in front of him.
Does he look like a creepy magician?
He does. Very
Yeah.
creepy magician.
What's he doing?
Just standing there. Just it's a statue. Just a statue.
No, I may know that, but is he like? Does he have his hands out like this? Or is he like doing his pockets, or is he crossing his arms?
Or
Kind of like
Is he holding a
my
wand?
my avatar there. Kind of his hand just in front of
thought he
him.
might,
Yeah.
Go like this?
Yeah.
but eviler.
Very evil.
Oh, that's yeah.
Yeah.
Is there an inscription or anything like that? Like his magnificent sorcerer Katashi or anything like that?
If you want to walk closer.
Oh, I will walk closer.
Okay, cool. And dang. Okay, yeah. So you can get up to him. No problem. And
Okay, I can
yeah,
start looking at the floor underneath me.
it
Everything
does.
seems fine in here.
So while he's walking up, just to be safe, I'm going to reach into Clarissa's bag and take out a flask of oil
Mhm.
as well.
Okay. Yep. So Father John, yeah, you will get there, and there's an inscription in Japanese. It says "The Great Sorcerer Katashi," and it'll be dated like way, way in the past, like maybe 1,000 years.
Sakara will stroke his chin and say, what a coincidence. That is the name of the sorcerer we are here to find.
So
He will be too old to be any kind of opposition for us.
do we think though that in fact this farmer, the postman, just saw the statue and was scared?
No.
Probably not, but who knows?
Not
Hard
with
to
all the
say.
creepy stuff.
Can
Well,
we
I'm
do
saying,
some
maybe with the eye monster and the
Yeah.
architectural? I want to see if something's up with the statue.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Ooh, I got a 1 actually.
Okay.
I have an eye for the arts.
All right. So it looks like one of his fingers, in fact, could be like pulled down just a bit, almost as if it's on a hand.
Ah, yes. My
Don't pull my
knowledge
finger.
yeah, my knowledge of statues is superb. Now watch as I pull the statue's finger. I'll grab it and pull it.
Great.
All right. And who's standing in front of it?
I'm not for
Me.
this.
That would be Sagara.
So just Sagara, I guess. Father John stepped back. Yep. All right. So that was a. Okay. So as you do so, green flame starts to like jet out of his mouth, which is kind of like open just a bit.
We have to scream all the time, green flame! Yeah.
So you're gonna take some flame damage, Cigar.
Oh man.
Face is torched.
I pull him away and whisper to him, don't forget the holy men don't have any more power in the healing.
It's only 4 points of damage, but
Only.
yeah.
No, so it like just breathes all over my face, and I fall back. My hands go up, and I start like slapping at my eyes. And I hold them up, and my top knot falls off the back of my head.
Oh no.
Singed.
What?
Yeah,
I
you're just
pick it
like
up and
mildly
hold it in front
careless.
of my eyes.
Face.
Oh,
Your
man.
eyebrows are probably like singed off.
Yeah, my eyebrows come off. My my like trim little stash. Oh no! Oh, my hair!
Yep. So that happens.
Well, that doesn't seem very good.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually impressed that it was flame jets because that's actually what I rolled on this D100 chart for the trap.
Oh,
So that was actually
flame jet
pretty
makes
good.
sense.
What
Yeah.
kind of evil sadist would hide the trigger for such a trap? Truly, this sorcerer Katashi is a terrible, terrible person.
Hmm.
And as you say, sorcerer, you hear cackling laughter echo through the hallway.
Okay, so I think we should try something.
I'm not pulling the thing.
As if pulling the finger wasn't trying enough.
Well, for
What
that,
do you
I'm
want to
thinking
try?
maybe we could pull the finger again, but I think we could do it while standing behind the statue.
Okay.
They possibly use the 10-foot pole to do it.
I'll
Or
stand outside.
here or
This is a
something.
small room, right? I'll stand just outside it.
Well, I mean, how wide was the flame? Do I feel like if I stood kind of slightly to the rear of it and to the side, if I could avoid the flame, or was it like a massive?
No, it's just like maybe a 2-foot cone in front.
Okay,
just,
so
you know,
I say I take
burning the hell of it.
yeah. So I take it. I go to Master Swordsman. I say eat those yellow flowers, and then you move out of the way. And then I step to the side when everybody's out of the way, and I take out my sword, and I'm going to try to chop the finger off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you're standing behind it, you chop the finger off. Okay, well, as the finger breaks, green flame will spew out of its mouth, and it's not going to stop actually because the finger's broken. The mechanism's just kind of broken off right there.
Nice. It was just spewing green flame.
It will run out
Yeah.
eventually, surely.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Hopefully.
Maybe not though.
Is the temperature in the room rising?
Yeah, it's probably getting a little warm.
Well,
And it's shooting out.
I mean, it's a 30-foot wide room, so I can get around it, right? I can just walk around it.
Yeah, it's 20 by 30. So, yeah, but it's just kind of spewing out, maybe 3 feet in front of it.
All right,
And
so
it's warming up a little bit.
so before it gets too hot, I want to take this sword blade and try to see if I can slip it under the feet of the statue and see if I can like wedge it and tip it over, or is it fully connected to the ground? Like how is it on the ground on the pedestal?
It's pretty heavy, but you could try to tip it over.
That's what I'm doing. I just stick the sword in there for leverage.
Okay, so as the statue comes crashing down, let's see what's gonna happen. What is this?
It's a terribly evil thing. I can't leave it here.
Okay, so you actually are teleported out of the room.
Nice.
But we'll get to you in a second.
Fun.
So the rest of your party sees your companion there just disappear as the statue crashes to the ground, and you might hear like some kind of like Japanese cursing from this kind of high-pitched voice that's been laughing.
What did he do?
He knocked the statue over.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what? But that doesn't mean he has to disappear. Oh hell!
I don't know how statue magic works. Don't look at me.
So yeah. So Clarissa is like, fuck. But she can't talk, so she's just gonna stick with the party, I guess.
That was her first word.
She's like,
And let's see, Sashi. Oh, did you want her to talk?
no, she can't.
She's like absolutely mute. Okay, great.
That's
Yes.
the Clarissa from
That's
the
the Clarissa
Crystal
from-
Caves.
Oh, nice,
Yeah,
nice,
see,
very
I'm
nice,
making references.
very cool. So let's see, you actually, Sashi.
Yeah.
You are in. Dun,
Nice.
dun, dun.
I think I'm a second character.
Oh, come on. Hell yeah. Okay, so you're in basically Katashi's altar room. So you're standing
Oh.
you're standing in the
Perfect.
foot of the altar where Katashi's kind of sitting there talking to all of his followers, and it's this really massive chamber. It's like a couple 100 feet tall. It's incredibly wide. And you're at the stone altar on the far side. It's like the massive statue of a woman's head, and you're right in front of it. And Katashi is you, and just starts laughing as he points at you. And let's see, make a save versus magic.
It's not very nice to laugh at people like that. Oh, I just made it. 15.
Okay, and he'll like
Hold on.
like some
Yeah, 15.
Uh-oh.
I'll make sure I don't have any penalties.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so some lightning kind of begins to form on his finger, and then
Oh, shit.
it shoots at you and just kind of disperses around you. And he says, "Oh, I'm impressed.
So I
Now,
say,
why are you here to bother me? You're here to bother me, aren't you?"
So I say, seems to me that you are doing things against the course of nature.
Oh, but I am nature. I'm beyond nature as well. And you can hear like swords being slammed against shields from the henchmen out behind him, and lots of like rallying cries and things.
So I say to him, many a man has thought such a thing, and then found that they are nothing but dust, and dust on the wind.
And you can see his face. He looks horribly offended. And he's going to raise both of his hands again. This time, the strange, like, purple glow coming from them. So make one more save versus magic.
Oh, Jesus. All right, I'll try
That's
to
right.
do it.
Tire him out. Tire him out. For a
17. Yes.
Good man.
Okay.
Running through.
He just says, "Oh, I should send you to the vortex of the living hells." And then the purple kind of fades out, and he says, "But I won't." But he will motion towards these two, what you think are statues, kind of standing next to him, and they're in fact these large oni creatures. If you know what oni look like, let me see. I can describe it. Let me see. ONI. Yep. So these oni they're like these demonic humanoids. They're like 8 feet tall. They have red skin with like dark black hair. They have like 3 eyes on their face. They have ivory horns. Anywho, they're gonna kind of rush towards you, so you can roll initiative against them if you want.
Are they trying to attack me, or are they just trying to capture me?
I'm trying to attack you.
Or is it?
maybe just
Oh,
like
they're attacking me. Okay, well, all right then. I'll roll initiative. Aha! 6.
Okay, so you can go first as these two large guys.
I am going to try to make my way out of the room.
Okay, so to do that,
all right, so give me a late breakdown of the room, and I'll tell you how I'm gonna get out.
all right. So the room is 1, 2. It's like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I'm very dexterous, so
So it's about 180 feet in front of you. You would have to get through what looks to be about 50 henchmen, as well as these 3 guys with the bamboo hats standing in front of them.
nice. They're behind me or in front of me?
They're in front of you, like because you're at the far like back end of this like altar room, basically, like on the altar with the sorcerer and the 2 oni. And you can see that there is a door at the far end, but it's like 180 feet away.
Okay, so this is what I want to do. I'm actually going to charge the sorcerer, pulling out my the shuriken that I have in my robe, and I want to grapple him. I'm not going to attack him. I'm going to grapple him and try to put the shuriken to his neck, and do like the "let me go or I'll kill you" thing.
Okay.
So,
yes,
yeah.
you can roll that.
Yeah, so that's like a 12.
12. Okay, 12 is not going to quite do it.
All right, so I'll click right there.
No, he has an AC of 15. Okay, so
He's been working out since the last game, huh?
yeah, he's.
Well, I thought a grapple was a contested roll. It's an attack. Hold on.
Oh, it isn't. I don't know.
I thought it was. I don't know. I'm looking.
Should be
I thought it was.
It's
It's
first
a-
an
okay.
attack.
Okay, and then he can test again. Okay, so I miss.
Yeah, right. So you do miss. Okay, so these two Oni, of course, are going to raise their oversized katanas.
No, I didn't actually. I just figured there was no other way to do it. But I feel like this is probably going to be the end of me.
Okay, they both miss as their blades come crashing down next to you. But we're going to switch really quick to the other group. And we'll come back to you next.
So I don't think there's any rush, guys. We should take our time and figure out what to do.
And just really quick, this was a random roll where you were teleported in my dungeon.
Nice.
So yeah, this is
No,
beyond.
it's awesome. Yeah, this is good. I wish I had done better with the grapple, but okay.
So the rest of you, again, your guys teleported out. You're left with his apprentice.
This is a dead end room, right? We can't see any other exits apart from the secret one we came in. Yeah.
Right. It's just this kind of 30-foot deep, half circular
Should we
room.
check the other walls in case there's another secret door in?
Yeah, you could. You could all roll a search.
Give that a go.
Yeah, that will help. Oh goodness, 6! I can't believe this. I'm through 6 dice now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sound like me. Welcome to my world.
Yeah, great.
You'll never roll above 8.
Don't forget Clarissa as well. So you have something to do.
Yeah, she can check. Yeah, Clarissa will look.
Yeah. Okay.
And she'll look through, so she doesn't mind anything.
Grand.
Okay. Or
I guess we should go on the way we were going anyway before we found this horrible room of death.
I feel like I should say something. This man fed me when no one else would. And I'll kneel down and take out a couple crumbs of rice from my pouch and drop it. You're in a better place now.
Nice.
Maybe you could cook it with the green flame coming out of the statue.
Are the like plates on the floor hot? Like, do I smell the rice when I drop it?
yeah, I think so. It would probably start to cook a little.
Yeah, I'll pick the rice up and eat it.
Oh yeah, it's a little crunchy, but it's kind of tender too. Not fully cooked.
Oh man.
But yeah, you're all fairly unsure, but there's nothing else in the room. You think?
Okay, we go back out and continue on our way.
Yeah.
One cleric down.
Just spirited away to somewhere. We might find him.
He's probably gone to a better place, I'm sure.
What was the name of your retainer? It was Clarice?
Clarissa.
I'll say, don't worry, Clarissa. Your old master is dead, but I am a great teacher. I'm willing to take you on if you are willing to learn. Don't say anything. I will take your silence as the affirmation.
Oh gosh.
Okay. Yeah, she's pretty excited about that, I think. She has her katana that she just picked up.
Very good. And so if you want to head back out, basically exiting this room to the north, you would head west to your left. Before the hallway breaks off going to the north again, maybe 60 feet. Traveling this, again, it's just a green torchlight, kind of spaced about. The hallway will wind again going eastward 40 feet, then north again 30, and then eastward again 40. When you come into this, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, so like a 40-foot deep, 30-foot wide room with 8 like pillars, 4 on each side. And hanging on each pillar, as you enter, you would see the like flayed bodies, arms and legs stretched and shackled around the pillar. Some of them disemboweled, but the skin is like just off of most of them, like hanging off. And past this room, you see another little hallway.
Okay. I'm going to just keep on going. I can't say the last rites over them. They're not in my faith.
I keep looking for secret passages while we're walking.
Okay, yeah. So this room, if you want to check, you can.
Yeah.
And I'll let you do one too.
Oh, a 2, but that of course isn't. Oh, hold on. I'm an elf.
You're an elf. That should be okay.
Yes. My first successful roll after the one hit I
Is there
did.
anything there,
Nice.
though?
But sadly, in this room, there's nothing there.
Wow, Marcus. Wow. How dare you?
You should have just made it up, Marcus. You should have just
Yeah,
put
exactly.
something there, you know?
To solve the wound, I'll yell at you. Apprentice, your lack of compassion here is uncouth.
Ooh, you feel you see the anger building up in her face and in her fists as they clench at her side.
And let's see.
Onward,
We'll say as you're walking through, something like, let's see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see how many would be. One of the bodies starts to squirm. One of these flayed, skinless bodies.
Is it so? It's clearly dead if it's got no skin, right? So
Right.
I think we should stop this thing moving. I'm gonna try and run it through with my spear.
Yeah, go ahead. Do an attack against it.
I missed the stationary object mounted on the wall.
Very good. Very good. And this thing is going to. It looks like the shackles are going to be broken off within the next few minutes.
Stop it, everybody!
Within
Stop
2
it.
minutes. Yeah.
Just like with the boy, I'll try to naginata it.
Nice.
Ooh, that's really good. 22.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Some
It's
damage.
for 7 points of damage.
Oh yeah, you can describe running this or destroying this thing.
So
Zombie-like creature.
when he misses, I'll say, very close, father, but use the legs. Yeah! And I'll stab it square in the chest, like crack it open like a lobster.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it stops squirming. Its head sagging as it sits there lifeless.
We don't recognize it as Hisachi, do we?
No, definitely not. But on that, we're actually going to go back to his room. So Hisashi, where's my notebook? Okay, so you were just swiped at by 2 massive, oversized katanas from these Oni. But what would you like to do? Because you're first on the. Oh wait, he's not even there. Who am I talking to?
His chair says he'd like to attack the wizard and save us all.
Obama, is that you? Are you Clint Eastwood?
Oh gosh. So yeah, we'll come back to him in just a second then. So you guys can continue forward, I think, is what you wanted to do.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So this hallway is just going to wrap again, heading southwards, and at the end of it, there's a stairwell that looks like it spirals down.
Do we hear the sound of this of the voices
Yes.
coming from down there?
Definitely, and it is in fact louder as you approach this stairwell.
I think this is the wrong way. We should turn around and go back.
Wait, I hear something down there. The voices, they came from the fog.
Ah,
Yes.
truly you are wise. After you.
Of course, if the honor is given to me, I will take it. Step after step going down.
I'll follow along behind, giving due deference by walking a good 10 feet behind him.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I another 10 feet behind him.
Good,
Okay.
apprentice. Get a good vantage. I need somebody to chronicle my glory.
And we'll say Clarissa in the back as well. Silent, just brooding. But yeah, this winding stone staircase, it's not terribly wide. Excuse me, but it'll wrap around, keep going down into darkness. Every now and then you'll see some green torchlight from a sconce on the wall. But yeah, it goes down about, let's see, about 200 feet downwards. So it takes you a little bit, depending on how fast you're going down. But in no time, you're standing at, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you're standing at what looks like it's kind of like 30 foot wide, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 100 foot deep. Kind of like just like a big hallway, essentially. And at the end, there's these 3 massive stone doors, and it sounds like the kind of yelling and things you've been hearing is coming from behind there.
So it's just a big hall, big empty hallway with these stone doors at the end, yeah?
Correct.
Okay. Let's go up and have a look at these stone doors.
And I keep looking for secret passages.
Okay.
Tell me when to roll.
Let's see. So when you're about halfway down, okay, you can roll twice through this room if you want. Yeah, one for the first 50 feet, one for the second.
Again, a 2? Oh, this die is good. Okay, and a 3.
So that's a success, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's my map. All right, so you get the impression that there on, let's see, it's in the first half of the hallway. That's on the left side, so the western wall. Again, maybe you feel like it's like a breeze, or you think you hear something. Something tells you that something in the wall.
I stop and I point at that part of the wall, and I say something is here, and I bow down to see where the air is coming from, and then push against it.
Yep, and it'll open right up, and you're looking at a dark, unilluminated, about 30 feet before it breaks off to the left.
Maybe this is the way.
Ooh, remarkable, Ika. You're like a pig finding truffles.
I can't even. I can't.
So does this passageway turn in the direction of the stone doors? Does it look like another way around to there, or is it going the other way?
Opposite. It's facing the opposite direction where it breaks off. Yeah.
Hmm.
And no, you wouldn't hear anything. Okay. Yep. But you do find something, so that's kind of cool. Would you like to go in that direction, or do you want to go towards the doors?
Well, I think the doors. What could go wrong? It's not like we're going to walk into a room with like 50 soldiers and like,
No!
2 giant oni and a wizard. Like, you know, what are the odds? It's not likely.
Ooh. Yes, let's go to the doors.
Very unlikely.
Very good. Now, before you get to the door, we'll do a shot back to the scene with Hisashi. So these swords have swung. They've missed these oversized katanas. What would you like to do? Because you're on the.
All right, so I'm going to try to make another grapple attack.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so that's 15 only because no, plus 1 because attack. So 16 from that one.
Okay, no, that's actually going to grapple the sorcerer there.
Yeah, I grapple him and I put the shuriken star to his neck, and I say, tell your men to back away, or I'll end your life. I don't want to have to. I've already
just kinda laugh.
too many lives.
He'll laugh again and he'll say, "Oh, you think you can end me so easily?" That is very funny.
Okay, well.
And let's see. So on their turn, I guess we'll have. This is going to be fun. So we'll have the 2 oni, of course, try to. They're not going to swipe at you because obviously you're grappled with their master. We're going to have the 3 guys with the bamboo hats pull out their weapons and begin walking towards you. Obviously panicked a bit. And let's see. The sorcerer's going to try to get out of this. So this turn.
Wrestle me, bitch.
17.
Yeah, that probably sounds good. Do I go against him to hold it, or how does that work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you're thinking of a different system, but yeah, I think you.
No. Let me look here.
Rolls.
That way we do it right now. All right, so character may attempt to wrestle another character. Oh, actually, when I ran up to him, it says bolt or hinge free. Defender is armed. Well, he's not armed though, so you can't. He wasn't armed, right?
No.
Okay, so he couldn't attack me. Contested roll. So actually, from my original 16, he would have contested that. Which I guess if he was 17, well, then he's not grappled then.
No, we'll say he's grappled though.
Okay.
At least,
so
well, he just rolled the 17 to get out.
All right, so then I roll again. All right. 20.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so
Come on, grapple.
So yeah, so he stays grappled.
Yeah.
And again, the next turn, the enemies are gonna just kind of begin surrounding you, maybe planning on how to pull you off. But we'll go back to the other group standing outside this door. What do they want
I'm
to
gonna
do?
kick that door open.
And you can hear some shuffling and yelping and things coming from the. So you're gonna kick the door open?
Kick it open.
Yeah, it sounds bad. Like
Right off the fucking hinges.
Why not?
I won't even make you roll to open the door. You can just
Like
kick it open.
Aragorn in the Two Towers, but with a foot instead of two hands.
Oh yeah, definitely. And again, you're staring. You kick it open in this large, spacious cavern at the far end with this woman's head altar kind of statue thing with an altar in front. The woman's head is made of stone, but it has these two large emeralds for eyes.
Oh.
Yeah, and it looks like there's at the foot. Obviously, you see Hisashi grappled on top of the sorcerer, who you assume is a 7-foot man. It's obviously the sorcerer, and he has a shuriken against his throat. And it looks like he's being surrounded by the 3 guys with the bamboo hats. And then there's 2 large oni with swords raised, kind of, standing right around there. Also in front of you, though, there's about 50 or so, you would guess, just kind of henchmen guys. Yeah, with a few other ominous-looking creatures dispersed about.
How far is he across the room from me?
He's at the far end. It's 180 feet deep, but he's probably 160 feet back where the altar is.
Okay.
I think it's time to flee.
This is how I regain my honor, and I'll jump down and start trying to run to the sorcerer.
Yes.
Very good. So let's see. What's your movement? So they're 160 feet away.
Well, I'm not impeded by encumbrance, so it would be full.
Okay, great. So that is what, 40 feet? Yeah. So it'll take you.
Well, running 1 round, 120 feet.
Yes. So.
Oh, running. Yeah. Sorry.
I'll get within 60 of him.
Okay, good. So yeah, you'll be able to get within 60 feet. Now, granted, you might have some issues with all the henchmen, so
let them come.
We'll say when you get about halfway in, we'll have everyone roll initiative as like this.
I had a character.
Attack me! You are 1,000 years too early.
Oh, what's up, Greg?
I had a character. I'm going to have to head now, so I think Father John is going to turn around and flee at the sight of this certain death room. Sorry, everyone.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I went a bit long there.
Good luck.
Yeah.
If you want,
glad to have you.
maybe he'll stand there and stand beside you, and he'll wade in. He'll charge along, and you can see how it goes. Right. Good luck. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Thanks for joining us, man.
Thanks for running it, Marcus. It was good fun.
No problem. Okay, so we'll have Father John. I guess I'll control. Well, I won't control him. I'll let one of you guys control him. But yeah, we'll roll initiative. So.
Oh, should I roll initiative just to join the rest of the party?
Yours can stay on the 6 if you want. I think that's what it was. If that works.
That's fine. Just
to keep it easy. So Andrew's on 7. 5 for Mike. Okay, so.
Clarissa's going to stand back.
Okay, cool.
She may become the only survivor again.
Yeah. So we got the Oni, we have the 50 henchmen. Let's let me write this down really fast. 1 sorcerer. What did I say? 3. The storms. Okay, cool. All right.
Great.
So we'll start with the top, Sagara. As we'll say you've made it about halfway into your movement. Actually, more than that. We'll say you made it 80 feet in, right? And these henchmen are starting. You're kind of pushing through, and they're kind of in shock of what's going on. But they're going to start to engage you. But we'll say that only they'll be in groups of 5, basically. So like 10 groups of 5 henchmen.
How many are between me and him?
We'll say you're kind of in the center. So like maybe 20, 25. We'll say 25.
Oh my god.
And I will say, rain your blows upon me. The mountain does not bow to the wind. and I'll run
Nice.
through them, and I don't fucking care if all 25 attack me. I'm going for the sorcerer.
Do it.
Very good. Okay, so you can use this combat movement.
I guess I have to kill this guy.
So you'll get we'll say you get past the henchmen because they're still kind of like reacting to the situation, but you're going to be right past them, but not quite to the sorcerer.
Right. So like next turn, I can probably do something.
Yeah, that sounds good. And then we have Hisashi as your grappled. So you want to do what?
So he's grappled. I guess I'm going to try and decide if it's so. If I can, the winner decides whether he wants to immobilize, attempt to disarm, releases.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if I immobilize him, he can't do anything else.
Okay.
But he can instead attack the grappled opponent with potential. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to cut his throat.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I got the shuriken against his neck, so I don't know. I just see. I think at this point, I don't really want to kill him, but I don't. He's an abomination. So yeah, I don't know if I get like any advantage for already having the shuriken against his neck, but I will. Oh, I don't think I needed it. So 16 on the die. That hits him anyways, right? Because I hit him before.
Yes.
All right,
Okay.
so I rake the shuriken across his throat. 4 points of damage.
Okay, we'll just
So I cut
down. Okay, and he just kind of laughs as blood kind of trickles down his
Neck,
his pale neck there. And he's kind of cackling a bit. But so next we have Aika.
I move my full movement.
Mhm.
And then is he then in range of 120 feet? Magician?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Then I will cast light on his eyes, just to be sure. Nice. He gets a save versus magic.
Okay. Wrote an 18, so I think that's a success. As the light fizzles out.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and so now it's I think on the bottom. So we'll have the the 50 henchmen. So basically, what I'm going to do is they're going to be in sets of 5. They'll have a singular hit point value to them. All right, so we're going to have 4 of them. Sakura, because he's heading towards the dude. We're going to have 2 go for Aika, haven't cast the magic. We'll have the other 1, 2, 3, 4. What's Father John doing, by the way? Do y'all have who wants to kind of? Do y'all want him to have ran, or do you want him to? Do y'all want to use him? I'll let y'all.
I think it's funnier if he runs, but it was up to you.
Okay.
If you want to,
yeah.
Then they can. But I think because he was trying to run the whole time, so.
Yeah. Okay. We can say
character that he would run. So.
Okay, that's good. So and then
I see him like Willem Dafoe. There was a firefight. Like he's a
yes. So good.
I'll say this though, he probably could only carry one of those heads.
Yeah, right.
If he took one of them.
Yeah, we'll say he dropped it actually and just fled. Probably not caring too much about the gold, but yeah, and the remaining 4 will. Let's see actually how they. Yeah, fuck it. So they're gonna just kind of be marching or rushing forward to go try to defend the sorcerer. So anywho, let's do this as fast as I can. So we'll have the first attacks on Sagura. We'll have 4 attacks. We have 3, 16, a 20, and an 8. So we have 2 hits.
Only 1 hit because I have an 18 AC.
Oh, you have an 18. That's right. Okay, good. So just 1 hits. They're crappy little weapons. So 3 points of damage as these 5 terrible henchmen. Oh wait, no, actually none of them hit because they have a fucking really bad negative attack bonus, attack penalty. So you get 0 hits actually. These guys are total garbage. Okay, so we'll have the 2 attack the Aika. So we have this. And okay, so we have a 12 and like an 8.
No.
What's your AC? Okay, good.
15.
Very good. So the other 4 are defensive. Running up towards the sorcerer. Okay, so we're gonna have the sorcerer try to break the grapple.
Okay.
Daniel.
So we're 18.
He has a 4.
Yes.
Okay, so
One more time, and he's completely
yeah, I
disabled.
know.
He can't try to get out anymore.
So let's see. The Oni. We'll have one of them.
I
We'll have
tighten
one
up.
of these. Oh, go ahead.
I just tighten my grapple and I say, "Give up now, or you will forfeit your life."
And he just again is just cackling and saying,
Yeah,
"Oh, my life was forfeited a long time ago, but I'm doing fine." And we'll have one of the Onis is going to try to attack you, Daniel,
Jesus.
but
Okay.
you'll have a chance of hitting the sorcerer. He's not very bright.
Okay.
So that is a 14. What's your AC?
Well, that hits because it says that while I'm wrestled, my AC is if I'm surprised. I think that's what it
Okay.
says.
So
So 14.
let's see. And he rolls a 1. So we'll say he does hit you, in fact. Let's see what his damage is. Okay, that's kind of brutal.
Oosh.
Oh, goddamn. It's only 4. Got lucky.
Only that still almost kills me. So take no action.
Okay, and then we have the the 3 storms, which are the guys with the bamboo hats. Again, they're just kind of holding back. They're wanting to help up their guy, but they can't. So,
Right.
okay. So we'll go back to the top. Sagara.
I want to move and attack.
I didn't go then.
Oh, you didn't go. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
I get attacked. That's all I did. Okay, so shit. No, I can't actually do it. Okay, so I'm just gonna try to cut his throat again. There's nothing else I can really do.
Nice.
Ooh, that's only a 12, which misses, right? So I don't hit him. Well, he is actually, as he's surprised. I don't know why his AC is 16. Is it because he has armor, or is it because of Dex, or tell me.
It's his build basically.
Okay, so it's a 16 no matter what. Okay, then it misses.
Yeah. He's just a cool guy with nice AC.
You got thick skin or something.
Yeah. Yeah, sorcerer skin.
Cool.
No, we'll say it's like a magical kind of protection tool.
All right, so it doesn't cut into him this time.
Okay.
So
So was it Sagara?
that's the
Yeah,
first turn.
I'm going to run up and attack the sorcerer fool.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to use all 4 points of my bless, and I'm going to press attack.
Okay.
Nice.
So that's a plus. Oh, I got a crit on it. That's a
Oh,
crit plus
shit.
11, 31.
Holy crap. Well, that
Now,
obviously will hit him.
Here's the thing, though.
Mhm.
I just slashed him with a poison katana. Make me a poison save.
No, I forgot about
Yes.
this. No.
Yes.
Oh, shit. Oh, come on. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, well, he rolled a 3. So that's clearly not going to save anything.
Nice.
Holy crap.
Yeah,
Okay, so
that's how that's done.
all right, so basically he starts screaming in these like weird languages. It's like this like proto-Japanese, and he begins to like turn into this like purple mist as his body just slowly disappears from under you, Hisashi. And when that happens, the Oni kind of drop their swords and just fall to their knees, lowering their heads. And the 3 guys with the bamboo hats, one of them begins to enlarge until his body bursts. And then another one is going to actually try to attack. But then the third one basically just runs off and starts yelling at the henchmen, who are also beginning to flee. So you're left with just one guy with a bamboo hat, essentially. Everyone else is just madness. And the building will start to collapse, though. Like stones start falling from above you. But
I run.
yeah. So what do you want to do, basically? There's one guy left who's pissed off, but he doesn't look like he'll chase you, but he will attack you if you're near him.
Well, no, we're gonna run.
Yeah.
Everyone else is fleeing, basically. Okay. So let's do some checks to see if you'll get out. Damn, Andrew, you're like 2 for 0 on my sorcerer.
Nice.
I was hoping everybody would forget I had that poison.
I
Yeah.
forgot. I
me
absolutely
too.
forgot. Damn, that was really good. Okay, so 2, 3. Well, you'll each make 2 saves versus whatchamacallit. 2 saves versus, we'll just say arbitrary, we'll say breath as
Okay.
these stones are falling. As you all rush out. Okay.
I made one and failed the other.
Okay.
I made one and failed the other as well.
Okay. So that'll be 2 damage for you, Daniel, and 2 damage for you, Andrew.
I die.
Oh no!
Yeah, I
Oh,
did
no.
points left. Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Okay, so one of these stones falls and just crushes you under the weight as you evade the first one.
I failed both as well.
Oh jeez.
Oh, I gotta roll Clarissa. Oh, Clarissa passes both.
Oh nice. Okay. And damn. Okay, so Micah only takes 2 damage as well. Jeez.
Oh,
Ah,
that's not bad. Clarissa does not take any
2
damage.
ones. Okay, and what did I say for you, Andrew? I think it was 2.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, and then yes, the rest of you are out as Hisashi is crushed valiantly.
Yeah.
Obviously,
So as he's dying, he says, "I forgive you," and then he dies.
very good. Okay. All right. So yeah, y'all are rushing out, and in no time you can find yourself running back out of the mouth of this cave and into this foggy pathway. And behind you, smoke just shoots out and dust and things as the cave is sealed shut by falling and collapsing stone. There's probably henchmen getting caught in that, but they're not worried about trying to attack you, and they'll even be fleeing out into the stone path in front of you.
Cool.
If they're not all fucking killed in the stone collapsing. So basically, to get out of here, is that what you guys are going to try to do? I suppose.
yeah.
I
Yes.
think we want to get the heads.
Okay.
Get the
Yeah,
heads
yeah. You can
returned
have this.
to town.
Yeah, and we won't even have to go through it all, but it'll be a weird journey back. But basically, the magic is lifted, and you'll eventually find yourself out of the garden again, back into this forest and back to the path. And back to town. So you can basically you can each describe what you do. I suppose we'll start with with my far left. Sagara is your return to town, to the elders, we'll say.
So I come back after pawning one of the dragon heads, and I just throw like tons and tons and tons of golden coins and jewels on the floor in front of the council, and I say, "You must honor Hisachi's wishes and feed the poor, including me." And then I'll throw the second dragon head out, and Halcyon and On starts playing like from the end of Mortal Kombat, and they see like it's an actual dragon head, and their eyes widen as they realize I removed the protector from this evil garden. And then you hear like the maniacal cackling of the sorcerer, and his head comes out in like a huge purple mist, and his body starts to materialize, and he says, "I will destroy all of you. You've released me from my prison." And I say, "Not on my watch." And I fucking lower my naginata, and it starts playing Mortal Kombat in the background.
Goodness.
So the sorcerer has been reanimated?
What?
Is that what you just described?
Yeah.
We'll say this all plays out in your head, and you're just describing it happening, but it doesn't actually happen.
What actually happens is like I'm on the floor of like the sake bar, and you just see like my lips like pursing and these like big bubbles coming off and popping as like people are just looking at me like, what the hell?
Yes, this is all just a drunk delusion you're having. Maybe an epic tale being told, but your wishes will be fulfilled. Obviously, the poor will be fed, and you'll also be reinstated as a samurai. But what about Clarissa? How do we see what happens with her?
Well, so Clarissa takes her share, and she heads back to the west, having experienced the east here and enjoying it, but maybe feeling like it's a little bit too crazy for her. She does actually give the information to her companions if they ever wanted to come out west, where she'd be.
Yeah,
She heads back, living in luxury.
Okay, very good. And what about Aika? How do we see her?
Aika doesn't even return to the council because she feels kind of ashamed that she couldn't do anything basically during this expedition, and she takes all her belongings from her little hut at the outskirts of the village and goes back to her fellow elves in the woods and spends there the rest of her life because that's where she should have been from the beginning. It's not a good idea to mingle with the humans.
Yes. And I guess with that, that's kind of where it ends. Surprisingly, again, having defeated the sorcerer.
Nice.
Yeah. I hope y'all enjoyed that. And we'll say the priest made it back. We'll say I finally found a ship off the island or something. But I hope y'all enjoyed it. Still trying to work out the kinks with it, but
yeah, it was super fun.
It's really cool. Thanks for running.
Yeah.
Problem. Let me shut the broadcast off.